And welcome everybody to the 13 days of Metal Gear Day 12. Oh my god, we've been doing this for 12 days now. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm your host Ramses, and we're on the last chapter of Metal Gear Solid 4. Some from the Patriots. Should take us like another 2 hours or so, and then after this we're gonna take a very quick break. I think a 15-minute break, so I can set up everything here on my end, and so I can stretch out my legs, and then we're gonna play Peace Walker for the rest of the night after this. So let us enjoy the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 here. No, we are not skipping any cutscenes. That's why these streams are like 7-8 hours long. Which is, I think Peace Walker is actually kind of not that heavy on cutscenes. Yeah. This this game took me 3 nights to beat. Not fun at all.
Haven is headed southward through the Pacific at a speed of 33 knots. The Missouri is falling behind at a rate of about 2 nautical miles every hour.
Can't this thing go any faster?
I'm afraid not. This is as fast as she'll go. Liquid's target is JD, a U.S. military satellite disguised as orbital debris. Haven will have to surface in order to use the railgun.
If we can figure out JD's orbit, we should be able to predict where Haven's gonna surface.
JD is in a synchronous elliptical orbit, so its next perigee should be in...
Got it! 15 hours, 6 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Right.
But
In 15 hours, it's going to be over the Bering Sea, 494 nautical miles from the Bering Strait.
and she's
Haven
like,
knows it too.
yes. Yeah, I know you're staring at my
We'll be
butt, but you got a
holding
mission to
position
do.
in that area.
Do they really have to get
She
that
has a
close
nice
to
butt.
launch?
The nukes fired by Rex's railgun have a damage radius of approximately 300 meters. The target is a moving satellite that's traveling at 10 kilometers per second. To get the precision they need, they have to get as close as they possibly can.
Liquid won't launch his nuke until JD is at perigee. The Missouri can use that time to catch up.
Will we make it?
Yes.
Once
Meryl
Haven
wants
stops
wants
moving, it'll
wants
take us an
Akiba so
hour to
bad.
close the gap.
She wants
After
that
the
she wants that
Missouri needs to
Akiba.
strike before Haven's launch preparations are complete. This ship was stripped of most of its equipment, and she's got no electronic warfare capabilities of any kind. No radar, no high-tech weaponry. We'll have to rely on our own eyes to track the enemy. From the looks of it, Haven is going to use a railgun mounted on the bridge to destroy JD. You'll need to open the cover to launch the nuke. That's our one and only chance to get inside.
Inside? Why can't we attack it from here?
It wouldn't do any good. As long as Liquid has control of the system, physically destroying GW would still leave supreme authority in his hands. Sons of the Patriots.
Yes, Dr. Emmerich is right. That's why we need to destroy GW from the inside, before attacking Haven itself.
Death Star.
All right, everybody. Here's the plan. We know Haven will have to surface in order to fire the railgun. When it does, the Missouri will see it. We'll make a quick approach and deliver a strike team. Our goal is twofold. Prevent that nuke
Oh,
from
he
launching
doesn't give two
and
fucks
wipe out
whatsoever.
GW's
He's like,
program.
well, just point to the direction, let me
Everything
go die
relies
up there.
entirely on electronic means of threat detection. So they won't be able to see the Missouri until they surface. We'll launch the strike team from catapults at the exact moment Haven's armored cover opens. They'll then penetrate GW's physical server room and infect it with a worm cluster.
But what if they shut down GW before we get in there?
Liquid is already entrenched within the Patriots network. He needs to stay there, or destroying JD won't serve him any purpose. They can't afford to have GW shut down.
And let's not forget, Liquid will throw everything he's got at stopping the strike team.
Exactly. The corridor leading to GW is defended by directed energy weapons that emit certain types of microwaves.
Did you say microwaves?
That's right. And at that frequency, the waves will start to evaporate any living person within range.
A giant microwave oven. You'd have to have a death wish to go in there. Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Snake, this isn't the time for your stupid jokes.
Outside the corridor, Liquid soldiers will be out in full force. Inside, there'll be unmanned weapons waiting for us.
Where are you getting all this information? You really think there's a way to destroy
Alright.
GW?
What's up, Jared?
Yes,
I'm pissed off at Hitbox right now because apparently someone else has already, like, sniped Jared the Greek as a username. So,
Simple.
so I need to find that person and beat them to death with a rock.
Naomi helped.
There can be only one.
To stop Haven's
Oh no, wait,
launch.
I have to decapitate them because there can be only one.
All
That
of
does
our
suck.
internal data on
Well,
Haven
let me just
came
see here
from
real
her.
quick. So it won't be like Goose.
Yep, I'm reloading back.
The reason she got on
secret
the
stage
Nomad
page.
with us in the first place
Yeah. So,
was to get
Let's mute that so we don't get the devil sound.
yeah.
Talk with you and watch some Metal Gears.
Well, that's actually the last part. It's actually the last part of the game,
left her
actually.
plan
I
inside.
know, you're gonna spoil everything for a game I've never gotten this far into.
Well, we have the other chapter. I'm gonna upload the other chapter, the other acts, like tonight, because it's like it eats up so much
What side
resources.
was she on
Mm-hmm.
anyway?
So it's like I just been holding off on uploading, and it's like I said, I've been having issues with the breaker trolling me and stuff. So it's like so I have to
We'll
wait
never know
until
exactly what her
later out at
intentions
night to
were.
do it.
But one thing's for
Yeah,
sure.
well, I know.
She was determined.
The
to
stream looks
stop
good though.
Liquid.
Yeah, that's a great thing. It's like, it doesn't give that much resources as much as Switch, and I can actually stream this at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
I'm beating my son with a hurdle.
Well, I'm going to be hopefully
Come on, guys.
repairing and
Somebody
possibly
say
upgrading
something
my
positive.
little brother's old computer now that I'm, like, on the West
You
Coast
want to
again.
help with the stream?
As a temporary until I actually get a higher level computer. So I'll be rocking an XP computer, so I can totally stream like
Tons of dying men.
XP computing.
Like deep
Hey,
water.
Ramses, how are
Their lives
you?
are spent.
Hi,
Their
Randy.
souls
Hi,
are
Rams.
spent.
Oh yeah, I got the whole team here.
Hey, what's up, guys? So I guess you got the memo there, Miguel. That we've been number one on Hitbox for the last couple
Any
of
other
days now.
questions?
Wait, what?
Yes.
People love Metal Gear.
Yes? Snake?
And you're doing the Metal Gear series.
They love it so much. It's like we get on average like 80 to 90 viewers.
Really?
Nice.
Yes.
Jeez. I'm wondering if anyone wants to watch Destiny play Destiny.
You might. There's a lot of people that do. You just gotta be consistent. That's the thing. Since I think it's because I've been consistent.
Well, mostly I'm consistent with the last couple of weeks because we've been in the move, but I've been mostly consistent on Twitch, but yeah, whatever.
So basically what this means is when I get the right wires and what have you,
Actually,
I'm gonna start streaming me some Dreamcast.
You know what? And that's don't Dreamcast are
Naomi was working on a program to destroy.
Dreamcast
Who
is not
wants
a
to
bad
watch me
system
play
to
the
switch.
Lodos
She
Wars
couldn't quite
game?
finish it.
And play some
Jared is
Lodos
stealing your
Wars.
pretty hat.
No, I'm just gonna pretty hat.
Don't steal the
Sonny
green.
I was
went
thinking
fishing
you
in
should
my
play
library
like
to see
Wacky
if there was any
Races.
source code she could use.
There's a Wacky Races game for the
It's
Dreamcast?
really good. It's really good.
Eventually, she
Like,
found
based off the old
some-
cartoon?
Yes, it's really good.
Oh my
It was
god.
Emma's
It's
worm
not only that.
tester.
It's like Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I know it's scary that he's strangling the cat.
I'm not strangling the cat in that powder.
Yeah, he points at people in photos. Yeah.
Where's Jared at in that picture?
Yes.
Right
The
there.
whole
Right in front.
other
Right
family
there.
members are looking to old family albums. And
Right there,
talking.
yay, good job.
But
And worked it
I
into
will
the
attempt to find this Wacky Racers game. I was just gonna just stream fighting games or
I didn't
whatever.
have time to look over every
Or-
single
Project
or
Justice
play,
all
uh,
day, all the
What I
time.
did
or
see,
play do a Let's Fail at the Evil Dead Dreamcast game.
it was like she left
And me
traces
just
of
swearing
Like
what
typing
the
of the
old
dead.
old oh yes.
Like these
Actually,
photos.
really good. Actually, good that game. You know that?
It's even
You've
better
you've
now.
beaten Hail to the King?
Yes.
Damn.
Oh,
I can't do it. Like I'm good at the old Resident Evils only because I memorized everything.
Oh wow! All the times I've watched this cutscene, and I barely now noticed
Once uploaded
that
into
Emma
TV,
was in his
it should
glasses.
do some real damage.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
yeah. Look at your butt.
I don't know if you noticed that, Ramses. Did you notice that?
I saw a brief glimpse of it, but I went back later
think
when I
about
uploaded.
quitting?
Doesn't matter. I don't think the kids should be playing with a.
It's those little things that make this game
Why
amazing.
just here?
It was still sitting right there. He just
Oh.
was sitting.
I brought it over in case if you need any extra outlets.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm sorry. We have real life stuff going on too.
That's fine. By the way, Jared, you have power. I have given you power.
You want to help Uncle Jared stream games and chat video
Need me a
games?
turtleneck sweater, and I can eventually do this version of the.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's
Oh, yes. He loves watching me play Splatoon. When the music starts up, he's
Hit L1. Hit L1. There you go.
So,
See, that's another thing I like about Hitbox. There's the delay is like about 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah. No, well, I noticed that when you were playing whatchamacallit earlier.
Resident Incarnates.
Yeah, Resident Incarnates. And when watching this, and we're basically, referencing this kind of stuff at the same time.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the delay is not that bad. It's like it's really good.
Yeah, don't. You don't want to grab those. You're going to disconnect my internet, dude. Then we won't be able to talk to Uncle Ramses.
That wouldn't be very nice.
No, let go.
Or you'll electrocute yourself on the power cord. Either way, though.
Wouldn't be very nice.
Probably not a good idea. But yeah, I'm liking this.
Here, you want to have a question?
Yeah, and like I said, like I've been on and off with experimenting with it, but I'm glad that I knew this kind of I was afraid that this gambit was not going to work.
You can store some stuff
But
in the
I'm
office.
glad that it actually did, and where we are, and like I'm glad where we are right now on Hitbox.
What are you doing?
That's mine.
So yeah,
You better get him, honey.
You cannot go out.
Oh, well, you have a lot of
Scary
save
puppy
files.
dog is out there.
yeah, I have like 12 save files. Because
Is it just for different segments of the game, or you're just that anal retentive?
no,
Papa-
I just because it just puts you on new save like
No,
by default.
I told him to go pick it up before he picked it,
Okay.
before the baby got it. He's not gonna beat the baby for my toddler. The toddler.
Old son.
He already is a little toddler.
Yeah, he's decided to be his
I love how stylized this game is.
So, Ramses, tomorrow you're gonna stream Ground Zero then?
If my PC swap on time, yeah.
Oh, so you're actually doing Peace Walker.
Yes, I'm using Peace Walker, and I'm gonna and let me tell you one thing, Miguel.
How are you chewing on?
I stream these games for like 8-9 hours straight.
Captain, enemy vessel at
You're a busy
300
boy.
meters and still
Which is
rising.
why he's this far into 4.
And the engines.
No problem.
So, and then I assume if 1 and 2, you basically just beat those one sitting then, if that's the case.
One to be the one sitting actually.
Aye, aye, Captain.
2 took me 2 sittings. Solid took me 3.
About 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
4
Right on
took
schedule.
2 took no Solid 2 took me 2.
When she surfaces and opens
3
up her
took
armor,
me
we'll move
1
in
and a
as
half.
planned.
Aye, Captain.
And
Now, how did you beat the sniper guy? Did you advanced clock cheat, or did you?
oh no, I
actually-
beat him. I went up to him and I
The legit way.
I
You
did
actually
it.
had a sniper's duel with him.
Yeah. But no, I just walked up to him and hit him with
At
my
first,
hit him with
getting
my
assigned to
hush
this ship was
puppy.
a big letdown for me, but the inaction was kind of a relief.
What? So you didn't want to kill him early on in the game when you had the opportunity to, if you find the sniper rifle?
I
That's-
was thinking that, but I was trying to do like a perfectionist run where it's like I don't kill anyone.
It's okay. I'm scared too.
Well, my first run through, I did not a perfectionist run, but with
because I'm more scared of what'll happen.
With him, I actually went to get his gunny suit or whatever, and man, that was a massive pain in the butt, but totally worth it.
Just go sleep on the floor.
Because his outfit's really good.
Actually, it's really easy once you know what to do with in the game. He's not that the end is not that hard. It's like that's a weird thing.
It just felt like it just went on forever. Maybe I was doing it wrong with just trying to chase him down and then put like 2 shots of the trank gun into him, and then he like smoke bombs, and then I have to chase him down again. It felt monotonous.
The one that I think it never ended, I think, was I was fighting. I forgot who it was. I think it was either Year where it's just like, come on, just go down already, for God's sake.
Well, fear. The trick to beat him without killing him is just the easiest way to beat him in general. Just dropping the food everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. But I forgot to pick.
Yeah, poison. Yeah. Hold on, I'm being summoned out. You can talk to Miguel for a bit.
Yep.
Get our son before he gets chaos.
He'll live.
Okay.
He's in no shape
I
to
need to find out what the
Best to let him rest.
What child is following?
Without the system to protect them,
Do not let him
everybody's
escape.
losing their nerve.
Do not let him
They say
escape from the
SRS
room.
Okay.
So,
are so bad that a lot
still
of
to
soldiers
protect
are
them.
deserting.
The only people I have left to rely on are Marilyn, him,
Gotta make sure he doesn't
Kind of
escape.
an unknown quantity, isn't
Close
it?
the door.
Trash my room, kiddo.
I hooked him up with a
No, you can't go out with them. You gotta stay in here with us. No, you have to stay in here with us. Oh, move your hand, move your hand.
What are you doing?
you know what I like
What?
with Johnny
Then issued him new naked
Rams?
I'm listening.
including that
Yeah,
catapult.
with Johnny, how he's like, hey, how come you didn't get the nano machines like everyone else? Because I ditched the shots because I don't like needles.
He's just like me. He speaks to me sometimes. It's like, I hate needles. It's like that's why I'll never enter the 22nd century with that kind of mentality. When the world demands us to use nanomachines, I'll be like, I'll skip on it. I don't like shots, especially with a long meal like that, and you gotta take so long with like,
So I made an extra special trip out here. Just
oh yeah, Drebin.
Drebin, do you even have the slightest
played by
idea what's
Cyborg.
going on here?
Of course I do.
So how's the movement going for you guys?
Oh, Drebin.
It does the same pose.
Open.
Even the monkey.
Comes down to it.
Will Gray's fucking awesome.
Once the bubbles are gone, I ain't got no use for it. It's worth nothing. I'm on the side of whoever needs me the most. You dig?
No. That's one here.
If you need anything, just say the word. I'm setting up shop.
So everything's looking clear on your end. There's no issues whatsoever.
There's some little lag and there's some quality issues, but other than that, it's going good.
Alright, that's good. I think it's because I'm also recording. But even then, like even on the recording, like if there's like any delay, it doesn't appear. So that's the good news. Oof. I dashed off my controller. Keep forgetting how long these cutscenes are.
I'm all out.
The good news is if I beat I'm pretty sure I can. If in one good sitting I can get through on Peace Walker. That's the scary part.
All right.
Looks like that last smoke.
There's nothing funnier than a smoking monkey. I swear to God. If you wanna amuse me, just show me a picture of a smoking monkey and I'll be amused.
Hey.
Smoking monkey.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, smoking monkey. Oh, monkey.
Oh, thanks.
He's a nicotine fiend.
You're over there.
This is all. See, they stole my fucking technology here. I've always said that the next phase of transportation is slingshots.
Snake, can you hear me? Liquid's warship.
And it's like, okay.
It's kind of fun.
No, I'm pretty
When I
sure
played-
they stole that from Wile E. Coyote.
When I played Metal Gear Online, that was the funnest thing to use, to launch yourself with it.
Oh, you can use those? I never got
Yeah!
that.
According
Was
to
that like
Liquid's
Metal Gear
data,
I haven't
Online,
played
certain
like
map
Liquid is
battle.
crewed by a battalion of enhanced
Yes.
soldiers, each
Well, it's
called
like
from the
I was
best
gonna say I should go back to
PMCs
it. But I was
at
like,
the
wait,
Whopper.
it's done.
If Liquid succeeds in destroying
Oh,
JD
hopefully they'll
and
put it
gain
in
control
the
of the
Metal Gear
Patriot
Solid 5
system,
online game.
he'll make Haven his
Who
flagship,
knows?
and his PMCs will spread like wildfire across the globe.
You're pretty good.
And then, mankind's armed subjugation will begin.
Captain, Haven sighted.
Prepare to fire, main gun!
Well, that's right. You fight the mantis something. Screaming mantis in the ship here, huh?
Yes. And you gotta play the Missouri and you gotta play the.
Tell me you have the. Wait, no, you don't have the thing. I forgot how it was. The thing that you had to beat them. But you're gonna get the
I got every goddamn weapon. It's required to get one of the trophies.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Buy every weapon, yeah.
No, you don't. Are you gonna use the doll?
Yes.
It's time. Time to.
But you gotta use it at a specific time. That's the thing.
Remember,
Which one?
no matter
I'm gonna
what
use.
happens,
I gotta use the Sorrows one.
I'll be with you till the very end.
So I ain't killing, cause I ain't killing shit.
Are my pride and joy.
So did you actually get a zero? Did you actually get a zero kill death in Solid? Cause I tried doing that once and I couldn't.
No, like Solid, no, no. Just because I was like, it's on some games where it's like I figured it's impossible. I just don't do it. Like the first 3 games, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Or let's see. Solid 1, 2, and Solid, I didn't. I said fuck it, I'm not gonna bother with the kills. Then Solid 2, I said okay, like now I gotta tranquilize with that. I'm gonna try to do it a little bit, and I did. That was fairly successful. Same thing with 3. I actually did accidentally kill some people in 4.
There it is.
In like the the driving sequence in Act 3.
Finish it, Snake.
But that's fine. It was like 1 or 2 people. That's about it. You didn't. I always like you didn't see that. You didn't see that death. It didn't count. But I did my time of 0 deaths.
Right.
0 kills anyway. So 0 kills and perfect stealth.
Steve, you got 0 kills and perfect stealth in this game so far?
In this one, no. But I've done it. Because that's required again. That is required for one of the
Failure
one of the trophies
will
and
spell
some of the
doom
emblems.
for the human race. You've got to stop them from using that railgun.
Give me a kiss.
Then annihilate GW.
Oh goodness.
Fire!
And we'll miss all that chaos is when everyone gets slingshot in. Activated.
That should be on our YouTube. That's one of the things I did. I was like,
What, the start of it?
Yes. The very first, I stopped the recordings every act. Because like I realized when I saw I had a 7-hour stream uploaded of me playing Metal Gear Solid 3, I was like,
Brace yourself!
there's I'm spacing out these recordings. at least 2 hours. How many people like I know they're kind of like no don't try to separate the it's like Windows.
No, that's fine. I said that we don't separate the recording from 15-minute rent because, you know,
yeah,
it's like that we already have a long one, but it's the other one. Games like this where it's a 7-hour recording, yeah, go ahead and separate them every 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, I separated the stacks over once we get to the lobby. It's gonna be another. And then like same way. And what's good about Peace Walker since it's like all mission based. If I see that I'm playing it for too long, I can just say, okay, I'm gonna stop like this mission, stop the recording, and then restart the recording when I start. That's a good news. That's gonna suck though. It's like, you know, you got no parachute, no nothing to like pad you out. It's like you just go into like hard fire.
Oh man, I could sure use those nano machines right about now.
Oh, it's... Unless you're Snake and it's just like, well, everything we throw at you is not gonna work.
Yep.
Snake.
Where are you?
Sorry, it's my ankle.
Can you walk?
I think so.
You think so?
Are you okay?
Hurts a hell of a lot more without SOP.
I think I hurt my ankle. Can you walk? I think so.
I think I have it in my arm. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll see what I can do.
I'll catch up soon. You go ahead.
Akiba, Johnny.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Little robot.
Okay, let's go, Mama.
I always want to make like a paper craft Metal Gear RPG.
Are those the frogs? Frogs.
The Haven Troops.
Oh right.
The frogs are the ones that you
Snake, can you hear me? GW
The
is
geckos.
Hurry!
Play Arts is coming out with the figure of the dog. Or the wolf pup, whatever.
DD.
Oh.
DD. Play Arts Kai is coming out with a DD figure.
Oh come on, Ramses. That's just complete plain cheating.
And it has
Stealth camouflage.
I put that warning from since I've been playing these games that I might use cheats.
Whoa, easy there. Yeah, but so funny because looking at DD's figure, it's in its own little stealth suit with little rubber boots.
Why do you even do anything? You're in stealth mode. You can just walk past these guys.
No?
They can still see you?
Well, they can, but I don't want to risk it that they run right towards me.
You're in stealth camo. As long as they don't touch you, you're good.
That's why I don't want them touching me. See, that guy would have gotten me if I didn't do anything.
Hey, what?
Don't question my gameplay logic.
My office. Okay, so basically those works. For first replacements, over, so at least I'm familiar with the route. So in case if it's just so like when it's just to avoid like just Deb and I staying on the swamp for a second. So at least I'm familiar with the route going to and from. Monica, how would you get to your work?
55 to Tustin Ranch Road. Get down to where the Costco is, which is Walnut, Warner, and make a left. That's it.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know exactly where her school's at, but that's how I would get to work from here.
My school's like literally next door to Irvine Valley College. Tired.
Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me!
Huh? The door opened by itself.
The corridor leads
So Jared's like,
and infinite ammo bandana? Come on, Ramses. Come on.
Look, you want me to be here for hours on end?
Yes.
Oh god. I've already been playing hours on end, 8, 9 hours. Literally, I played till like the sunrise. I don't want to do this anymore.
My god, that was like an entire
Ow.
giant bowl filled with ice cream and
Those
a
are two
small
very-
brownie under it.
I think they gave you so much because it was also the end of the day.
Yeah, they're just trying to finish it off. So my body can only handle so much. If this was, I was expecting a brownie.
You know what you should have
They're like
done?
1 scoop of ice cream and a brownie.
You should have shared with me and Miguel.
Oh.
You should have offered us out.
Well, I was sharing with her.
Yeah, but I already had like that chocolate. So
You should have offered us. We could have helped. You wouldn't have.
How about me? How about you offer something to me for once?
Well, it's gonna be kind of hard to take you an ice cream all the way to San Diego while staying up.
We were like joking, like Jared's bachelor party would consist of Ramses, Miguel, Stan, Deb, like just getting drunk off ice cream.
Yeah, we'll go to Farrell's and get the zoo. That'll be great.
Yes.
And then it just goes 20 minutes later and it just shows me throwing up.
Into a trash can.
So I said, they're like, oh man, you ate too much ice cream. No, I'm lactose intolerant. It's like, why did you go to Farrell's?
And didn't get the lactose free.
Which is really good.
Make sure you hit the R1 button every time. You gotta have those flashbacks.
Well, it's actually X.
Really? I thought it was R. Oh, whatever.
L1 is so you can see like in first person, like you can see some of the movies, and then X is when you can't see the flashbacks.
Make sure you match that button good so you can actually see them.
So I'm gonna let you know the secret. I haven't been paying attention to any of the cutscenes.
Well, yeah, the mattress at our apartment is more comfortable than the one in the building room at house.
So I take it when you were playing through part 3, you did all the first-person segments where Snake is a pervert?
Yes.
The Walker 2, right? Where the Playboy and you have him.
I don't remember. Shooting.
A lot. Well, what I know is it's just like some random advertisers on Fiverr that's just like they're like, oh, your stuff is outdated. It's like someone tricks you and stuff. And there's like a fake
Makes it look
Yeah,
legit.
watch it.
Oh, ransomware?
Use that octo camo.
No.
They're up there on top.
I know. That's why I'm gonna. That's why I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use my nose in the got.
Is that a shotgun?
No, that's a sniper rifle. That's the engine sniper rifle. That is the exact same one you get from Metal Gear Solid 3 when you kill it again from casting. You don't get the camouflage.
Uh-oh.
Because we were playing No, do not touch the build, Andy.
No. Here, play with Tama.
Here, play with the turtle. I want to play with the turtle.
But I want to play with the dudes.
Can I see Tama?
You can't break the glass, Ramses. It's too weak.
Actually, you can. I don't know if you noticed, but they've been going down.
Hey, Tama? Poor Tama. Oh, careful. She's not taking Tama on a trip. He's climbing through. Okay, what do you got? What do you got? What are you grabbing out of her bag?
grabbing Auntie's checkbook. Careful, he'll tear the pages out. Oh, no. I have like some carbon copies in there. Yeah, he took.
You need to have those. Those.
Yeah, he'll tear that. I mean, I kind of like this checkbook because it's like snake skin, but you want to like read Archie comics? What? Remember, he will destroy it.
Read it?
You want Auntie to read Archie comics to you?
No, let him out.
No. There he goes, going after Bill Daddy again. Yep.
No.
What did I do with that one?
No.
What is he getting now? What did he attack this guy? Boba Fett. Nope. This is a test room full of very many grabbable things.
Yes.
Put him in a chair. He wants in a chair. And spin him. Very slowly. Whee! Blow himself out.
Hello, Mr. Bond. I've been expecting you.
It's funny how like the cat the turtle on his lap. Or Thomas is in the chair. That's Thomas. And when Jared just walks in.
Jeez, I could swear this was a much shorter fight.
Nope.
Well, the good news now, like the need of patience is actually going to be nullified once this part is over.
Jen, just come in here soon before you get bored. You're busy with cats, so. Yep, you've got me bored. Here. Here.
There you go.
Are you finally done?
Yeah, I'm finally done. Now the real fight begins.
Oh please, that's not the real fight. The real fight is against Liquid Ocelot.
Good point.
Snake.
This is my hand. There's nothing like it. There is no other like it. It's the nanomachines. No. Do you remember how to beat this mantis?
Yes.
How do you do it again?
You have to knock out. And once you do, you use the ball.
How do you knock it out of her hand?
You shoot it out.
It can't be.
You're talking to a guy who spent 8 hours trying to beat this boss with no FAQ from the weekend the game came out.
No, don't!
Oh, come on.
And see, that should have been the hint as to what I was supposed to do.
Right there, that one?
Yeah, when Akiba shoots the doll, that should be the hint as to what I was supposed to do.
Meryl!
Because that disrupt wasn't what was supposed to what's happening.
Oh.
Wait, Akiba!
Technically, those count as kills. You know that, right?
No.
No, it does.
Fuck me then. Then I have some deaths and that's fine, whatever.
You psycho mantis.
Hey, sup Mantis?
That was another me.
You may or may not be in the
They cry for battle.
Yeah, but it'd be Psycho Mantis as a child.
Scream! Howl!
But that's the thing, we don't know what it is.
From the very
You might think some people speculate that it's liquid too.
Again, we'll know everything by Tuesday. By the way, Tuesday I'm leaving 24 hours. at 5. I am insane.
And that is why he can't get Akiba.
Yeah.
Because he has no nanomachines.
This essentially the whole entire crux of this game is nanomachine element. Yep.
Are you sure that it's Psycho Mantis and not, you know, the Sorrow? The Sorrow. You need to hit the Sorrow one because the Sorrow is the gauge thingy for the lethal death kill. Syringe.
They're already dead, aren't they? I can shoot these guys like no problem, right?
Technically, yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna make things easier for myself here. I'm not gonna.
But they're closed right now. That should be free tomorrow. I usually get home August 30th to September 2nd. True. Well, I'm usually home before 5. Well, ideally.
Now only if I actually had a day off for September, I'd be back-to-back. I'd stream with you with, on Twitch, and you do hitbox and be like, let's see who doesn't go further in the hour.
Well, I don't mind doing that myself.
I just need to buy the game. No, not that one.
I got both of them anyway.
Even if she tries to hurt you, Meryl's not acting of her own free will. Don't do anything to hurt her. Knock her out if you have to, but don't hurt her.
why she just loves using Meryl as a
Yep. That's the whole thing.
It's like Psycho Mantis in the original game.
Yeah, except in the original game, you can just swap the controller ports.
Yeah, here you gotta do so much other bullshit. It's not even funny. Wait, can I kill her right now?
Huh?
Cause I got the dolls already from the previous save.
Do you have them on you?
Yes.
Why haven't you equipped them from the start?
Because I thought I was supposed to like wait for it to like be exposed first.
If you already have them, why didn't you just equip them?
I was wondering.
Should have just equipped them from the start.
See what I mean? I can't do anything yet.
Alright, then knock the thing off.
No, you know, it's like, do I have to? Or do I have to wait? Because I think it's a scripted event to the point where it's just like, I can't kill her. I can't do any damage to her unless the dolls are already out her hand.
I like how everything just completely freezes in time just to be able to swap into a weapon.
Not just swap to a weapon, but just to just to make sure if I have all the equipment ready for it. Watch, I'm gonna go here and see figure out if I got the right side and everything.
Hurry up and knock the car off over there you go.
Without it, she can't.
Alright, now go for it. Switch in.
Go grab that puppet.
Damn straight.
Okay, now I gotta let the fucking.
It means you gotta knock both of them out.
Well, that's the good news is that you're on sync with me.
This weapon is useless.
There you go. Because I don't think it counts.
Alright, poor Tama.
So, the whole thing was when you got back to it was supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be with the chair kicked around like this. And then you walk through, you would have been around, and we're like, hello, Mr. Bond. We've been expecting you. But Tama in his lap, like, with a cat.
Probably just right on up there.
So I guess we should be on our way out.
Alright, racing it.
Hey, it was good talking to you guys. It really is.
Right?
Someone is pretty much laughing at us right now, wondering, like, you know, why is it taking so long for these
Yes.
You want to keep
Okay.
that way?
I returned my key.
I think that's the one because we had one up there and then that's the cage. And then we had two up there. And that was this one was always here for when you guys come out. You have a key right there. I just thought, you know, in and out, and wrap out and stuff, it's just easier to have a key. Is that one okay, Jared?
Yeah.
I've heard.
Turning on the mode, it turned out to be like turning on the like. You want to move the brownie into my screen? I want to move the right next to brownie.
I was like digging like, there's a brownie here, because you're like, brownies, right?
Alright.
So why does it cause this?
There you go. Finally! Jesus Christ!
Watch, it's Ramses kill stuff. Except for not, because he's doing like passive turn or something.
I get it on passive test. I don't know if you saw.
No, I've been nothing about taking care of things in the house. As soon as I get out, take it over as co-pilot duty. It's so good! So my doing stuff around the house things are gonna tell me instructions.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm going with the spot. Practically just one long corridor fight.
Yeah.
One long corridor and then fight some then if I work this literally this game is not one of the last 2 hours of the game practically.
Except for like majority of those 2 hours is the last cutscene.
Pretty much, yeah. Actually, this might be like the last gameplay you might see of me.
I don't know if I'm going to stay up the whole time because I have other things to do.
Well, that's fine if you need to go, because I'm going to be here most of the night. And again, don't be surprised if you see me, if you wake up 6, 7 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, you still see me online on Facebook. It's most likely because I'm still streaming.
By the way, I'm not the only one who picked up on the weird, like, just unnecessary jiggle cam there for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Miko Kojima, you pervert. Let's just have her laying down and jiggling, but have the camera like directed, so half the screen is just her boobs.
It's her boobs and her camel toe and her butt.
Yeah. Miko Kojima never gets the crap he deserves for being like as perverted as he is.
Well, because I think we can not just to being like kind of like, you know, endearing. It's like instead of being like a perverted quality, we know this is not the crux of a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's not like someone else that's like who makes a game just for exploitation reasons. He knows he doesn't just be like, let's do it for a cheap laugh or two or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, someone else, I don't know, like the Itagaki, he'll put those dudes in, he'll deny it viciously, but we all know what he's doing.
Yeah. Dude got fired for sexually harassing an employee. I think we kind of have an idea of what Itagaki acts like. Although, man, he's been working on that game for a while, and it still hasn't come out yet.
It's actually coming out. Actually,
I know it is.
It actually did come out in Japan.
I'm sorry.
Oh, did it come out in Japan already?
It came out in Japan. It did here in November.
Oh, okay. What's the early word from Japan on that one?
Average.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
It's not groundbreaking, but it's like they did. Some reviews have been like, you know, for a game like this is actually above average. So it's not like Nintendo's high quality of like amazing of like doing amazing kind of games like this. But they're like, you know what? Nintendo needs a game like this because it's like, okay, fine. If this is gonna be like their kind of like their view of the future, or like trying to mix things up like games like Splatoon and stuff like that, then they're kind of on the right track with this game, but not too much. Like they can do better.
Forgive me. Set me free!
Get away from
Boss
me,
fight
man!
can continue. Long cutscene followed by boss fight continues.
That's what I like about Peace Walker. In Peace Walker, at least the boss fights like the boss fights are like at least like you know when they're at least you know how to like once you get to a point with like the Peace Walker, the bosses and stuff like there's no real like bosses. So it's like once you know they're dead. There's no other bullshit you need to worry about it once you're done with it.
Well, especially because I think in this game, several of the bosses are gimmick takedowns too.
Yeah. Like what's his face, like Vamp. You know how long it took me to figure out Vamp to beat him when I first played the game?
No clue.
7 hours.
Really?
7 hours. Like, what am I supposed to do against this guy? And then I read the description of like what the syringe does, and like, let's see if this. I shouldn't pay attention to the story.
Yeah.
It's like,
just like I said, I'm just not fond of those. And he started those in 3. Although you could argue some of the fights in Solid 2 were gimmicky, but I think 3 really had a lot more of those gimmick kind of things going for them. And part of me's like, yeah, it'd be fun. I'll just go play through Ghost Babel.
Ooh, if I got time, I kind of want to go through Ghost Babel.
Because while it is technically non-canon, it has some really cool like backstory for some of the characters and stuff like that. And it's just a really dark game that no one expects to be a really dark game.
It's a really well made game for the Game Boy.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Excellent, Snake.
Excellent, Snake.
Psycho Mantis. You don't seem to believe your own eyes.
Oh yeah, spoiler folks.
I will show you the power
His brain's still kind of alive-ish. Which, look, if there's any character who will be somehow alive, Psychomantis is easily one where you can sit there and go like, yeah, kinda.
Yeah, because like he is, I mean, he is kind of a guy that's like, okay, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna try to find a way to like, you know, make a backup of my brain cell.
Yeah.
What? Where's your data?
That's the one awesome thing about this game in general, just how, especially since you've been playing through the whole main series, all the references to the previous games.
Oh yeah. And I think, here's the thing, I know people are like harping me on going on release order, but I think on release order, I think what I like about it is that you can see where they build up the story from.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, I think it'd be a little bit more jarring if you play the games in order.
There'd be things that'd be really kind of interesting if you played it in order, in chronological order, but there's definitely aspects of it that you lose because events that well, for example, there are characters and stuff that in this game introduced in 3, obviously, because 3 establishes who the Patriots are. And 3 would be basically the first game you'd play, so by the time you got to this point, you'd have to be like, okay, so folks, remember Colonel Zero from that we played 2 weeks ago? Yeah, well, anyhow, that's the guy they're talking about here. You know, and stuff like that, or not Colonel, Major Zero, excuse me. And it would just, I think there is a little bit that you lose out of that.
Will always be with you.
On the other hand, you would also have, you know, 3 portable ops and Peace Walker, and then eventually, you know, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain to really establish all that stuff about Big Boss and his side characters.
The thing is, though, it's like canonically, Portable Ops is questionable.
She was born and raised in a country racked by
Yes, it is.
civil wars.
And I think Phantom Pain should explain a lot about if it's canon or not.
Yeah.
Same thing with Metal Gear Rising. It's like people are like, is it canon?
Hunted by enemy death squads.
I like to think it is because
she barely managed to escape.
It's just Raiden doing Raiden stuff and doesn't seem to have any real impact on any of the other stories. So I think it's perfectly acceptable as a Raiden side story.
Almost all of them had been tortured.
Like, there's nothing that happens. I mean, as far as I know in Rising, I've never gone through the entire game, but there's not. It didn't seem like there's anything that would have any kind of contradictory element to the main series.
Shrieking screams. The kind that would make every hair on your body stand.
Sometimes it's just easier to have a shitload of text come at you.
A makeshift torture chamber.
No, not always. I've learned this the hard way while playing this game 13 days straight. Just a shitload of text coming right at you. Just like I am looking at other things right now. I am on other websites, quote unquote, that I can't mention. Like out loud.
A week passed.
Because it's like,
distracted by porn.
She managed to keep hydrated.
I didn't say it.
Filthy water pooled up on the floor, but there was no food.
No, it's just one of those things where like you have these really long cutscenes, but then there's also these long exposition dumps, and these have been around since Solid 1. I'm just we're gonna just go to a long exposition dump, text style. Enjoy.
But I think the worst offender of this is 4.
Yeah. Well, because 4 has so many loose ends it's trying to wrap up, because this was intended to be the final game. Well, technically 3 was intended to be the final game, but this actually does work as a great finale, and there really shouldn't be any more games after 4, because there's nothing really else they can do other than, hey, here's another extra adventure of Big Boss doing shit. Which is what Peace Walker and 5 are. Big Boss Big Boss is gonna do some shit.
It's like, okay, look, Big Boss, we know he's a piece of shit, so let's show you how he became a piece of shit.
See, I don't think that. I think he's a misunderstood hero.
That's what I've been hearing.
No, I've been hearing that like 5, he's just gonna be a bastard for the majority of the game.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. It's like you finally get an explanation as to like why he kind of like just.
See, the thing is though, when you go through 3 and to an extent Peace Walker, I like to, and even in 4 and some of the stuff they explain in 4, I very much see, you know, Naked Snake, Big Boss, as this tragic villain. Like,
was just another
what he was trying to achieve, what he was trying to do, wasn't entirely a bad thing, but that doesn't mean the results were particularly good.
But the screams in her head.
But considering it's someone whose son attempted to kill him twice,
only this time,
you know, I don't think he deserved that.
The inner earplugs didn't work.
Or his clone son, or whatever, however you want to call it.
There was no place left to escape. Which is why
Ben Riley, you Spider-Man.
To drown out the
Ben Riley technically would be Solidus.
But it's over now.
Yeah, Solidus would be Ben Riley.
Freed Mantis from that dark nightmare.
Because he is a perfect clone, and like I don't want to say anything because I'm pretty sure someone will be watching this either right now online, right now on the stream, or they might be watching, or they might watch the replay. Like, what's this guy talking about? Clones? Like, something happens. There's like zip.
Well, look, if you're watching part 4 and you don't know about the clone backstory stuff from part 1 or part 2, where they explain Solidus and his origin. Although, here's my issue, and this will always stand as my issue with Solidus. So Solidus was the president. So at no moment did Snake ever look at the president and go, man, me and the president look really similar.
Well, he
looks like a slightly older version of me.
Well, he has to, and it's not that he should be questioning. It's more like, why does the president look like exactly like Big Boss?
That's true too. Yeah.
It's not why he looks like me, but more like, why does he look like a guy I killed 2 times already?
Yeah.
It's like
I killed this man twice. Why does the president look exactly
like I'm imagining looking at him.
What if it's one of those Superman things, you know? Clark Kent wears the glasses, so it's like, well, he doesn't have an eye patch, so clearly he and Big Boss look nothing alike.
I'm pretty sure he like has like a stack of like newspapers, like George Sears' face on it. It's like,
still time.
He just scribbles on an eye patch like, nah.
Nah, crumples it up and throws it away.
No, I don't believe it, but let's...
Snake, the corridor ahead is full of microwaves.
Could be, And it's like later on, it's like, oh shit, I knew it.
I'm sorry you got dragged into this.
But technically, Solidus never really... I mean, technically, he doesn't even go rogue until after his presidency anyway, so it's not like he was any kind of real threat.
No, and that's the thing, it's like after playing 2, you realize he was just a dude. But after Shadow Moses, it's like, they started, they're like, oh, you think hush this guy, so it's like, yeah. So it's like that's when he started becoming like, you know what? Fuck it. I have warrior genes in me. I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of it.
I'm gonna get myself a vampire and a cursed chick, and we're gonna and some psychopath with a bunch of bombs, and we're gonna go and show these patriots what for.
Yeah, because like fuck you guys for trying to say what you guys can can't do.
Team ever. You look at like the Foxhound team and you're like, holy crap, Foxhound team is pretty badass. You look at like Sears team and you're like, what the hell? This is the best you could get, dude? No, don't get me wrong, Vamp is damn near invincible. Arguably, he's just invincible outright.
Why don't we get somebody else? It's our duty. I've got nothing to lose. You were the lightning.
But, you know, like, Fortune, either she really did have a power, or it was just that electromagnetic gun thing she had. That's unclear, but I'm like, your team was kind of... Batman was just a liability. Like, Batman was just a psychopath who liked blowing shit up. Like, that was just a bad choice on your team.
It's like I'm pretty sure everyone's like, why do we have this guy again here?
Yeah. Like, okay, Vamp, damn near invincible infiltration expert. Okay, good call. It's like, Fortune, can't be hurt at all. Okay, that's pretty badass. Batman, just psychopath who loves blowing shit up. Oh no.
Well, again, too, like, that wasn't planned by the Patriots either.
Yeah.
So they're like, look, we need a psychopath at least to do some sort of like... We need a psychopath, so it's like, you know what, fuck it. Let's bring in the psychopath with all psychopaths. A fat guy. In a bomb suit.
Blowing stuff up. who runs around on roller skates. Meryl being badass.
Meryl!
I don't need no warrior genes. I'm just freaking bad.
But I'm warning all of you now.
Johnny!
As the most
And then
experienced
sometimes you
fighter
little
around,
Johnny, you're
I'll
all
be
right.
waiting there for all of you. Waiting to crush you. I will fight.
You're trying to make up for being late?
Meryl,
People won't stop talking.
I'll never leave you alone again.
Don't ruin the badass cutscene of your dialogue.
Cover!
Clear!
After like so many games where he shits himself, here's Johnny kind of bad.
Is it always the same Johnny? I was never clear on that.
Who needs nanomachines anyway? Right, Johnny?
And the thing is, like,
I think some of the genome soldiers are maybe not clones of each other, but
I figure she probably used people.
I think the genome soldiers makes them a little bit different than regular humans.
But don't you?
No, I don't have any nanomachines in me.
well, here's. But they do kind of like do a throwaway line. It's like, yeah, I was the same guy. I was the same guy in Shadow
You knew
Moses.
this was gonna happen.
Nah.
Oh, can you survive that? Good for him.
So that's why you were always out of sync with the team.
It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, that facility was blown up, so anyone who survived.
Actually, no, it wasn't.
On my wearable.
Oh, right, because they visited again.
Yeah, they
But the
just.
bomb went off at the end of part 1. When you're doing the escape thing, there's a few explosions and stuff.
Johnny,
Well, that wasn't the hangar base for
I
it.
got these from Drebin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So it wasn't the whole facility, it was part of the facility.
Part of the facility. Because like you go there, like there is no like the only thing that's different is like, oh, these are just positions different. Like
was that
things
because
just
the
got bombed
nanomachines
out.
weren't there to suppress them?
Because some things got blown up.
Yeah. Load up.
But if you're afraid of shots, why'd you join my team?
But yeah, it's like, you know, and you use in Metal Gear Solid too.
To protect you.
Johnny?
Yeah, I guess it is the same Johnny.
Yeah, it could be the same.
always
It's
loved
like,
you.
you know.
Ever since Shadow
When
Moses.
did this happen?
When I first laid eyes on
See?
you.
Ever since Shadow Moses, like.
Meryl, marry me.
Yeah.
You've got a hell of a sense of
Oh,
timing.
it's just like his little confessions.
Yeah.
I have to say, no.
You'd rather stay
Ain't
single?
too close, we're in the middle of the battle,
Okay,
come on!
but we don't have to make it official.
Time and place, dude. Time and place.
I know it's romantic and all, trying to.
How about we just move in together then?
Like, you two are fighting well and confessing your love, but you know, what's in real life? Shit, if real life shit like this, when shit like this goes down, someone's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
But
Is there something wrong with me?
I'd just rather do things my way. Johnny. Marry me.
Also, totally not a pairing that I don't think anyone has ever
Say it
shipped.
again.
I don't think anyone ever sitting there going like, you know who I would ship together? Johnny and Mary.
It'd be my
You
pleasure.
know that guy that shot himself, got sick? Yeah, those two.
Capped himself. The prison guard capped himself if you play it properly. Yeah. And Meryl. Yeah. What? I should Psycho Mantis with Meryl. Of course, the Psycho Mantis thing would be very, very non-consensual.
Hey,
Because fucking Psycho Mantis.
don't even think
I'm Psycho
about cheating
Mantis.
on me.
I make lack of
I wouldn't
consent.
dare.
And you disturb and terrify me, Psycho Mantis.
And I want to reel
I
away
terrify everyone who
with
doesn't
flowers
realize
and
to
a
put the
cake.
controller in the opposite port.
By the way, that is a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. I haven't played it on that. I've only played it from wired controller, so I've never. How do you? How's it?
You have to manually go into like this menu with your yes button, and you need a manually set.
I'm gonna be a bride.
Oh.
So you're like,
Take me
you're
home,
wasting like you're wasting like about a minute or two to make sure that it works, that you're doing it right.
Yeah, because there's no other way to really do that in that game. Like in the PC version, there's other means. But yeah, I haven't really played like the PS1 version and the GameCube version. And those both have wired controllers. Phew, nice little arsenal there.
With every weapon you got.
You take the time to get every single one.
You have to, like, you don't need that has you doing it.
Oh, you're achievement already in this game then?
No, I already did all this. I did most of the things I can do at the moment.
Let me phrase that. Is this playing off of like plus data so you have all this stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were playing from scratch or from plus data. Plus data makes it a lot easier. Playing from scratch, you're like, whoa, you took the time to get all the weapons while doing your stream? Damn, dude.
Actually, it's really easy. Like, you just get like food. You just technically get the food, and these guys drop so much. They drop so much. They drop so much. They drop so much EP to you. At like even the scammer, even the last game, unload a clip on all these weapons, and then just like we'll let them spawn all over the place, and then just kill them. And then since everything's half off, since Drebin's shop is half off at this point in the game,
yeah,
you don't really need like you can just buy all the guns from there, and you can also buy all the special items as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. That's a nice little trip.
That's like you're still it's a lot because I played the game so much.
Let's clear out the contained spawn hallway.
Yeah. Got a better idea.
Massive pain. Just because we had such a short amount of time to do it. Just decided to charge us extra for everything. It's like, oh, you have more boxes than you said. We're charging you extra. Oh, the walkway from your apartment to the street is a little too long, so we're gonna charge you extra. You have a few stairs, so we're charging you extra. It's every little thing they could do to charge us extra. And what the? Oh.
Snake?
Okay, I get it.
Snake!
A little spare battery for my phone is basically out of energy. That aside, I'll have to plug this in to the regular socket.
Yeah, like I said, we gotta find a way soon to do the show.
Yeah, well, Miguel's out while he's in the middle of his move.
Yeah.
My laptop.
They're not working.
I'm the only guy carrying this show. You guys gotta do like MVP stuff.
On your feet, Snake!
Well, I'm gonna get the the last show we recorded will be getting online tomorrow, because I'm going to post it tomorrow since, yeah, moving has screwed up basically everything. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. But yes, I'll be taking care of that, and we'll need to do another news episode when we have the chance.
Preferably after, like, much after I'm done with this. Much done after I'm done with this marathon.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to play like as much as I love doing this, and as much as I have to do like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I just want to like take a week off.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this 13. I'm gonna go 13. I'm doing this 13 days. The 14th day is gonna involve me playing the game for 24 hours straight. So yeah.
Look at that.
No, I know what I'm getting my ass into.
Ramses goes kamikaze, folks.
Like, literally, I'm like, I don't care. I know what I'm doing.
I'm Ramses, bitch! And just punch somebody.
I just hope my PlayStation doesn't like break in between, because if not, I'm gonna lie.
I'll go to
Yeah.
the server room.
Well, the next steps for me, like I said, I will be at least wiring together a temporary computer, and then.
I was gonna say, I think you can run. I think you can run Windows 10 on that machine, on that crappy machine.
I have to see what the Windows 10 requirements are, but.
But your heart.
Yeah,
We'll
because
we'll see what happens, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I wonder if I could actually set that thing up, because I was thinking like, oh man, I get a desktop again, I'm like, well, I can wire together an old one to work as a temporary fix, but it's not gonna solve my problem. But hopefully getting one soonish. It's just
don't waste it.
The problem with everything, it is the monies.
Oh yeah. The money is always the problem.
From here on, this is my fight.
I should let you on a little secret. I don't have an HDMI connection. This is all composite.
Really?
Yeah. I just learned how to fix things up really nice.
Oh, well, that helps.
It's my duty.
Like I fixed I fixed the image up so much that it's like you don't even. People are like, this is composite.
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have believed that. I've seen you stream from your PlayStation a couple of times. I'm like, oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah, I just learned how to up-res a lot of things, and also how to fix up a lot of things, so it looks cleaner than it should.
But I mean, I have plenty of games I know that run on XP on Steam and what have you. It's more my issue of, will any of the streaming programs recognize XP at all?
I think so, yeah.
And then, yeah, after that, it's just, you know, getting the proper wires so I can stream off my PS3 and my Dreamcast.
I'm gonna say this much, though. That actually takes up the least amount of, like, you know, resources. When you stream off, like, a PlayStation and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you're streaming off, like, a proprietary, like, you know, streaming, like, you know, a separate streaming, like, you know, capture device.
Yeah.
It doesn't use up that much resources at all. That's how I'm like able to stream HD quality at 60 frames per second, just using composite.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss methods when we're off the air.
Thank you.
Oh no, that's fine. That's one of the things I plan on doing if I listen to you guys. I kind of want to sit down with all you guys and it's like, okay, we're gonna fix everything up and we're gonna make everything look nice. Mm-hmm. And what's easy, and like I said, on Hitbox it's easier to do that than say Twitch, because Twitch is like since everybody in the ground are streaming on Twitch now, it takes up a lot more resources.
Yeah, it's eating up all their resources, and thus it's really difficult for the regular peoples to get out there. Plus, one of the problems I don't know what that is, but that is going in the trash. One of the other issues, I think, is that Twitch is starting to get more and more regulations, which can be annoying, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, don't get me started on this regulation. So many muted streams, so many... Yeah, I'm not in the mood to talk about that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? It's good I can make fun of an alternative.
Yeah. And an alternative that seems to like our show. And, well, here's the deal. Once I get when I have the desktop and I can just stream, even if I'm just streaming, like, Back to the Future the game, or I'm streaming Limbo, or I'm streaming whatever, that's fine for then. But when I can get to... Actually, I even might skip that and just try to move ahead towards, capture device and streaming some Dreamcast or some PS3. That'll put things in a completely different. I can start setting up. Oh, I do every day at this time. Kind of a thing.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. Like I said to people, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern. I'm doing this. I don't want my breakers to like fucking throw me, so that's why I do it in the middle of the night. And because of that, we've been getting a lot of people from Europe watching this.
Europeans are awesome, in my opinion. Internet Europeans are awesome. I'm going to correct that one because non-internet Europeans seem to be dicks. But internet Europeans are pretty awesome. Because I used to have a lot of friends on IRC that were internet Europeans.
The place where you were pretty good at is actually cool.
Huh. Does that have a PewDiePie over there?
I know, I think it's...
Oh, never mind then.
Get longer! Do this, Snake!
I hate the fast tap sequences. All the games.
Dude, I hate the one in Peace. Oh my god. That fucking, I can't, I am not in the mood for that. I'm not in the mood for that. You hear me, like, get me on the control hump.
Yeah. That's how I know it's close to my laptop's starting to heat up a bit. And I need to take care of a few other little things. So I'm like, I'll close up the stream to save a few resources for the time being. Here you're doing the tapping, like, oh, rapid tap sequences. We're gonna hate those in every single one of those games.
I disconnected my thing. I can't hear anything. Because I want to get through the sequence.
Ooh.
Almost there. 2 more inches.
We're running out of time.
Or you die of radiation. Your choice.
Get up, Snake!
And Ramses died. Game over. You are a loser. Cutscenes in a Metal Gear game?
Okay. I'm back. I can hear you now.
Just been making snarky comments the entire time.
No, you're fine. Thank you for making those snarky comments. They were like, I can't hear anything. Because like my thing's hooked up and I just connected to my my earphones from like where it I can't worry about that. Snake must live.
Fuck you! Radiation!
Are you yelling at?
We're making some Metal Gear jokes.
Hey, boss lady.
I actually joined an organization called Boss Lady.
I know. Well, no, not that I know, but it's just like, well, I kind of know, but it's like, I've always called you boss lady because I've always imagined you as our big boss.
Cool, I can eye patch.
I always thought of her as the boss.
The boss. Yeah, sure. They can go both ways.
She killed some frickin' Nazis.
They actually want me to. They actually do have a San Diego branch, and they're asking me to start an Orange County / LA branch. I'm like, I don't know any young professionals.
Well, you put it out there, and then the young professionals find you. That's the way that's supposed to work. You don't draw them in; they find you.
Leave it to me.
You become the beacon. You indeed become the boss. You show them the way. You show them the ways of how things should be, and that's how you create a. That's how you do it.
Ooh, I did a lot of damage. But yeah, so in a weird way, I think I see Scarlet Rhapsody as the Fox unit.
An outer heaven.
We're the Fox unit. Stan is the Fury. Ramses is no, I'm probably the Sorrow.
You must take our emotions to the battlefield.
Yes.
Well.
Ramses be Fear?
Oh, Ramses can be the Fear. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say the Fury.
I just don't know who our end equivalent is.
You know what? You want to hear something really funny? This is so funny. You actually watched not too long ago, Inside Out.
I saw that tweet. I love that tweet.
People are like, yeah, it's just like the Fox unit.
Yeah.
It's just like the Cobra. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're so adorable. I just want to hug you. Give you a big hug. It's like,
yeah. Oh, that's right. Because the Fox unit is a Naked Snakes group.
Yes.
But yes, the Cobra unit. Because in the Fox unit, I think I'm the major hero of the Fox unit. I think if Scarlet Rhapsody was the Fox unit, I'm major hero. Because I'm really British. Just so pretentious. Just they go do stuff while I sit around and drink tea. And heck, the boss lady has cosplayed as paramedic. So. Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna figure out how to make like, you know, a metal arm and do a rock and punish snakes. Just be sick. But I gotta talk to some people like, I need scars. Just draw me scars on my face. Makeup now.
Doing makeup scars isn't that hard. Actually, even doing the metal arm stuff isn't all that difficult, actually. That's an easier thing to do. Not only are there tons of tutorials because of Full Metal Alchemist, but also, just depending on how you want to do it, there's some really interesting ways to pull it off. Because like I've seen people who've done variants of Winter Soldier with the variant of how to do his arm. Winter Soldier and his nonsensical red star on his arm in the movie! It makes no sense because you changed his fucking backstory.
He's still Russian though.
We did it!
He's still made in Russia.
That's true. That's true, but they still fucked up his backstory. But it was fine for what they were trying to do in the cinematic universe, and I generally will forgive the cinematic universe for backstory changes because, look, I like the X-Men movies, and you want to talk about issues of backstory changes? Like, I'm forgiving of that in the cinematic universes because I have to be. Because otherwise I'd spend my entire time bitching.
It's over.
And that's what got to me when people are bitching about the Fantastic Four movie, but not because of backstory changes, but because of everything else. I was like, okay, that's how I know this is a bad movie. When it's not the backstory changes is the main focus. It's everything else. But the thing, there's other things where it would be more of an issue for me. Like, you know, the Metal Gear movie they keep threatening to make, which will never happen. But if it did, I think I'd have an issue with that, because there's just no way to do it.
No.
I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I'm just going to stand with that.
Yeah.
There's just no way to do it.
No, I don't blame you.
If you wanted to make some sort of TV series out of it, yeah, maybe. hear those high quality like HBO or Showtime productions, or even AMC or Netflix, I would love to watch a Metal Gear series. Hell, I want to watch a backstory series that's just about the Cobra unit in World War II.
I'm surprised that that hasn't crossed Kojima's mind, but I'm pretty sure he's like, no. After seeing so many of his comrades being thrown into the pachinko hell, he's like, no, I think I better shut up and make this my last game. Like,
well, now it's down to Konami trying to fuck things up, but Konami isn't going to think about how awesome like a side story game like that would be.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, I'm very sure the timeline is by the end of this year he's gone because he's like, I know what's gonna happen to me. I don't want to end up in the pachinko mine.
Any other clones? No.
Or I don't want to end up being a janitor at one of the health spas. For God's sake,
Naomi.
Konami, you used to mean something.
Oh God! Like, thank God we didn't talk about it because like we would have been like more raging about that first time we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like
we're talking over the ending of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Because I think this isn't even the end of the game. I still gotta go through like one more bullshit with Ocelot after this.
Yeah. Liquid Ocelot, fun times.
And then it's another 2 fucking hours with it's like another hour of like epilogue, and then by the way, Big Boss is still fucking alive.
Yeah. Just
and here's another fucking hour of exposition that's like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a nap.
The virus you uploaded
it's one of those things where it's like a nice big shock and all, and that was great, but it's on the other hand of like, really?
Like I wanted
this ultimate soldier bullshit really far, man.
Like, look, I need to pee here for God's sakes.
At least Xenosaga allows you to pause the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've considered that. Because of you, I was like, you know what? I have all 3 Xenosaga games, and I have Xenogears. I'm just missing Xenoblade. I could technically do a Xenogears and then do Xenosaga. And then screw it, I have a Wii here, so I could technically also do Xenoblade. if I could somehow magically get a copy of Xenoblade through magic, because I don't think there's any other methodology for getting a copy of Xenoblade at this point.
No.
I mean, yeah, I could get the 3DS remake.
No.
That's true. But
no.
She helped me.
Don't even bother with the 3DS remake.
She believed
that's also impossible to find now.
Well, no, it's just I heard a lot of really bad things. Like, really bad, like.
It's gotta be a hell of a compression.
Yeah, that's the compression was not.
Was an
did not help it whatsoever.
But this virus's name is Fox Alive.
So yeah, I gotta go on the impossible find a copy of Xenoblade for the Wii adventure.
That I created all those years ago.
Well, unless you want to like do something to your Wii.
We wish to free the captured foxes.
Yeah, that's true. There's always the methods.
To let them
run free. I can hook you up with the methods. I got a bunch of games here of the methods.
But that was one of those things I was considering, just doing all the various Xeno games, even though, you know, obviously Xenoblade and Xenogears have nothing to do with Xenosaga other than the name and some of the playstyle issues.
And some of the people that made it. That's why they call it Xeno. That's why those Xeno games all kind of connect all to each other, because it's like it's all the same guys.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Leaving a message to be delivered after you've died.
But it's like.
And they all.
But you have all three chapters, right? You just said that right now.
Yeah, I have all 3 Xenosaga games.
Okay, that's.
I was also part of the various Xenosaga HD movement until we eventually just gave up and said, "Ah, fuck it, Pokémon's coming out."
I wonder if if the test, if they're still going to do test testing, if they're still going to test the game at Dave & Buster's.
I wanted to apologize
I don't know.
before. But I never
it's one of those interesting little things where our movement was going really, really strong, and then eventually, at some point, we were just like, you know what? New Tekken game's coming out, and then Pokémon's coming out. We'll get back to this.
Was it playable? Was Pokemon playable at the Pokemon tournament?
Yes, it was. Line was long. Long line was long.
I was gonna say, I heard Justin Long was there, and he says like it's actually legit.
Yeah, it is legit.
Like from everyone's account that played it, and also hit a lot of what Justin Wong said. It's a legit contender. It's not like some like kid-fight bullshit. It really is like a really well-made Tekken. It's like a really.
It's one of those things that I thought was going to be like a joke and be a like downloadable game that was you can have. No, it's like a really well put together fighter with really. I mean, this has the most diverse fighters because. You have friggin' four-legged fighters in here, you know, it's not... Granted, Tekken does have a pretty diverse list, but they're all still, like, actual, bipedal combatants. And this one, not only are some of these characters not bipedal, but half of them friggin' shoot, like, energy out of their bodies in one form or another.
New destiny for herself.
You got a ghost. I mean, come on.
Okay, yeah, they're foregoing the testing in the United States.
The time has come.
I think because they just know that this will succeed.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it.
Or they're just like, arcades are dead, who cares, let's move on, let's just sell the Wii version and move on with life.
Pretty much, they're like, fuck it, let's just put the Wii version out. Like, fuck the middleman.
Rose petal is about to fall.
It is really one of those things where I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to get a Wii U. And nothing against Wii U, but I'm just like, that basically makes it 2 games that I really want.
Yeah.
The other being Hyrule Warriors. So it's kind of hard for me to be super excited about getting a Wii U. And I'm like, I want Hyrule Warriors and I want
Pokken,
and like that's it. And that just doesn't.
Bayonetta.
I guess.
Smash Brothers.
Well, I'm not the biggest Smash fan, honestly. I like my fighters to be more traditional fighters. But bear in mind, I'm also, like, I used to be a Street Fighter fan, and I've really fallen off Street Fighter. And every time I see the stuff for 5, I, like, want to get excited about it, and I just can't. Like, if I want to play Street Fighter, I'll go back to Alpha 2, Alpha 3, or Street Fighter 3. Like, that's just me.
I'll get a minute.
And I always have a tough call in my mind as to which one I liked more, Alpha 2 or Alpha 3. I think Alpha 2 is a bit more balanced, but Alpha 3 you can just go fucking balls crazy on that game with how many characters you have and what have you.
Let's see, what else was there?
And occasionally, I just like to go balls crazy in a fighter. It's the same reason why, my favorite King of Fighters games are the Dream Match games. Because just going balls crazy is just way more fun in my book. Plus, it allows me to use the phrase balls crazy.
I'm trying to remember what else was
and shine,
Mario 3D World?
Oh yeah, I actually did enjoy that. You can have cat adventures.
War is over.
I remember these, yeah.
You like me some cat adventures.
Let's see what these guys recommend.
Stopped
Well, don't you like Captain Toad?
Oh yes. Well, I'm a fan of just the fungus race in general. Yeah, I forgot about Captain Toad. Thank you.
Mario Kart 8. I don't know if you picked that.
Oh yes, I'm a Mario Kart player. That's the racing game franchise I actually enjoy.
The one I highly recommend is getting Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I really recommend.
There's a full version of it?
Yeah, of 3, yeah. Not 4, but a 3.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Wonderful 101?
I don't know enough about that game.
It's good. I liked it. And actually, yeah, Zombie U.
Oh yeah, but that's being ported to other systems.
That's already been ported to. That just got ported to PC.
Yeah.
But like, I heard people actually really like the game though. So really, it's like even if you pick it up, even if you like double dip on it on the console, it's still really good. And yeah, I think it's like the stuff that makes the stuff that I think it works better still on the Wii U because you still have the touchpad. You did a lot of things with the touchpad. So yeah, so it works better in the end of the day for it.
I think you get that pretty cheap now because that was a pretty early title in the series.
Yeah,
or in the system.
Yeah, and if you buy it on PC, you still gotta go through you play this. Like, punch me! I would rather punch in the face than use you free from sons of the Patriots.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Like if I have to go for one more game that uses Uplay, I'm gonna punch myself in the fucking balls.
My thing with Uplay is my thing with Uplay comes down to the fact that I like it for, when my achievements in
minds free from their prison.
oh, what the hell is it called? Like Assassin's Creed or something.
That is the
End up earning me swag, and I get like I can use my points to buy like desktop backgrounds or bonus weapons for my characters and stuff. That I like, but even with Steam, I'm not fond of opening up a program so I can open up a program. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who was very anti-Steam because of that. He's just like, it's just using up extra resources that I don't need to use. And I fully get where he's coming from, and while I do agree to an extent, Steam is such a well-running program, and plus all the little things that they've added over the years have made Steam a program that I really like. But I am very much in a mentality of, I don't like having to open a program in order to open a program. It's just adding an extra step that I don't want to deal with.
Finally,
oh, I know what I could stream. I just don't know if anyone would ever watched it.
You'd be surprised.
GOG ended up releasing like the classic D&D PC games I used to play as a kid.
Like the Might and Magic?
Well, no, not Magic than D&D, but they're done in that style, yes.
But
Pool of Radiance, they didn't release any of the Dragonlance ones, the ones I preferred. They have the Forgotten Realms ones. They've had Baldur's Gate forever, but they had the ones that like predate Baldur's Gate. And there's part of me that just goes, oh my gosh, I wouldn't mind actually play one of those again, especially because if you play at Pools of Radiance, one, I have all my maps in a book down here in my shelf. So I could actually pull up all my old maps and know where all the secrets are in every area, which is kind of cool, because I doubt anyone else has those maps still available, because who the hell would have the maps in a game from like the early 90s? Then again, as we've proven over the years, you have no idea what people have saved on the internet. But when you go through the journal entries, they could basically be acted out by people. You could basically read the journal entries that exposit the game, and I'm like, that would actually be kind of fun to just do as like kind of as a laugh.
Oh my god, I don't know what's sad that these two old men are fighting, or that these two men are old and fighting. What's it said? Oh, if I control that now. I'm getting that like it has rumble thing.
You're right. I guess I shouldn't be, so down on the Wii U in terms of lack of games I'm interested in. I think it's because there's things they showed in various directs and stuff that just aren't out yet that are kind of more of my things I'd get excited about.
The thing is also too, it's like I wonder at what point are they gonna stop support? Because they got the NX, and it's like and the thing is like they kind of blew it a little too much by saying something about the NX.
Yes,
so,
I.
To the point where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about like investing on Wii now.
Yeah, that's my other thing, is because if I grab a Wii U and they're like, and next year the NX, I'm like, well, then I could have just waited a year. And I could have just put my money into a system that's not going to be out of date in a year. Like an Xbox One, which certain people want me to have, or a PlayStation 4, which other people want me to have. Which I go, good, I'm stuck in the middle like this. Only George R.R. Martin was here to explain to me which system I should play. Just like in that docudrama, South Park. I love the Black Friday trilogy. Gave us the awesomeness of Princess Utena.
Not finally, after like 30 minutes of parlay, finally I can finally fight this guy. Okay. Oh, where's the one fighting? Yes.
Where it should be.
You're right behind me. Finally. Peace, you know. Old man class counter.
I think it's one of the things I feel punish the general weaknesses of the franchise. Because the melee combat is just never that good. Even when 3 tried to BS you about the CQC fighting, still not that good.
Well, this is supposed to be like a reference to like Lethal Weapon, you know, like Lethal Weapon. That is actually where that fight, where the inspiration for that fight came from. Metal Gear Solid 1?
Oh yeah, yeah. So let's box each other for an extended period of time fight.
Yeah, they got that.
Those freaking ends, and you do the same combo over and over again because they wanted to put a boss fight that requires hand-to-hand combat, but no, not a good hand-to-hand combat system. Yeah.
I think also what's fun with like stuff like this, like the hand-to-hand combat, is that, like, for example, Metal Gear Solid, like the point of Metal Gear Solid 3, you could just easily just be like, okay, you know what, I don't want to fight you hand-to-hand, boss, I'm gonna fight you, like, I'm gonna fight you with a gun.
That's what I did. Screw honor.
I thought it was at least honor by knocking her out. I didn't, like, you know, kill her.
I think I did my first run because I wasn't sure if there was a bonus costume thing for beating boss that way.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, there was.
The best costume in the game.
I think the only one I don't think I got is the one from Poland or whatever. Whatever his name is. Was it Poland or whatever, where he has the Volgan, where you have like the Soviet flag outfit or whatever?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I got that because I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I just did the ricocheting with the single action army over and over again on him and beat him that way. I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to beat you non-lethal.
You wanna know the secret?
Sure. I'm never gonna play 3 again because 3 was my least favorite of the franchise.
Okay. You know how you get that weird, you know how you get that fogger gun? That fogger thing where you like, where you can like smoke, where you smoke scientists out, where you can use scientists out.
Uh-huh.
You use that.
Oh. So you just get up in his face and you just psh.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. I didn't even think about that.
You can see that in my playthrough, you can see me use it.
Okay. So I think that's the only one I didn't acquire because I didn't figure out how to do it. And then I found out that that one existed when I beat the game. Like, okay, well, what am I missing? What the? How the hell do I do that? I'm not playing this game all the way. Fuck it, I hate one. But the boss, yeah, I basically was like, I just get away from her and there's like, that, and then she charges my face and I just, it looked like it almost looked like something that should have wackety sacks. If you like sped it up, it'd just be a wackety sacks battle. Because I was shooting her with the train gun and then running like hell, running in the circle because you only have so much room you can run in your little flower patch. But the only one that I ever felt that melee was actually worthwhile is the very end of Solid 2 when you get the sword.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what I wanted my melee to feel like. This is what the melee should be like. It's just the sword variant should just be, you know, using a sword. Because to me, that would just be a lot more fun for the sake of playing. Is, you know, okay, it's this very free-form fighting and it's gonna look really cool versus, you know, just tapping the punch button over and over again and hoping that, you know, your hits, which don't look like they're connecting, are actually connecting. And trying to figure out how many more hits you have to do on someone. Fuck that. Like I said, I wish it was better. It's not like, you know, because it would be interesting to do that, because not only could you create an achievement for just meleeing the game, which would be kind of funny actually to watch a melee playthrough, but with as bad as it is, I'm like, it just doesn't make it worthwhile. I mean, granted, the advancements in 3, there were at least some advantages to it, and how you did certain things that I will say were kind of cool. Like when you would grab a guy and hold him and use it as like a human shield kind of stuff. That was much improved over previous versions of the game. But I still stand by the fact that like, melee still epically sucked. And yes, when it comes to video games, I do not do the honorable. But whenever the game is like expecting you to do an honorable thing, but it has no consequence whether or not you do the honorable thing, I will not do the honorable thing. Because I'm like, no, it's easier if I just pull out a machine gun and shoot you in the face with a machine gun. And there's no deduction if we're doing that, so I'm gonna take the easier route. And I don't know what that says about me as a gamer or a person, but I really don't care what it says about me as a gamer or a person.
I don't know, I find a challenge, like for me, like when I play a melee game, I try not to do any kills.
Yeah.
Because I think that adds a little bit more artificial difficulty that I like.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like the melee and stuff like that, like I really try to learn it out so I can see how I can play like So for me, but I do agree on some extent the melee in these games is just like this game's melee is horrendous, and why could it just been another kind of fight altogether?
Yeah. And I understand the honorable hand-to-hand duel, and what I understand what is trying to be achieved, but if you're going to put those into a game, make the melee fighting good. That's got to be the trade-off for that. It's like, yeah, we put in this sequence, but guess what? We made the combat really smooth and fluid, and it's going to make you really enjoy it. Instead of like, let's watch two old men slap fight.
The thing is, though, the problem is that there is some sort of technique. It's just like it's not really implemented.
And like I said, if that's going to be a core aspect of the game, it's okay. You just make sure it freaking works well. and that it's fun. The Liquid Snake slap fight is not fun. I don't look forward to that part of that game. Versus 2, I freaking love the boss fight against Super Robot Solidus, or whatever the hell I'm supposed to call him. Where he has like a mecha suit thing. This is my tentacled pawn mecha suit.
When it was early 90s,
yeah. Yeah, he's robotic suit Doc Ock. It was also the end of his life. Doc Ock had that too when he suddenly aged like 20 years in the course of like 3 comics. We're getting there when you get that last like 50 issues of the original ASM run. You're like, what the hell happened to Doc Ock? How did he age so fast? Like, I know he's older than Peter, but he shouldn't suddenly be in his 60s and Peter would still be like in his late 20s. Or even if Peter's in his early 30s. I'm like, how did Doc Ock like suddenly age 20 years out of nowhere? And they give some BS thing in like the last arc where he's like, I got a degenerative disease, that's why I've aged so much quicker. And I'm like, that still smells of bullshit to me, but okay, let's just roll with it. But then again, I was also one of those people who actually did enjoy the Superior Spider-Man run. Like, the first couple issues are kind of hard to read through, I'll admit, but when Spider-Ock is creeping on Mary Jane, it's a really difficult comic to read through, because you're like, this is so gross. But as soon as you get past that part, it actually gets to be really good. I'm gonna try to power through for another 20 minutes or so.
You might, if you can't, then that's fine. Because I'm already beat the game, so this means I can take my break.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go on into radio silence. I was about to go to radio silence after this sequence.
No, I'll just see how long I can go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't see the banner I made, didn't you?
Probably not.
No, let me upload the banner here and I'll get you on Facebook. I was bored doing one of the cutscenes. Don't ask me which one.
This is only the beginning, Snake. America will descend into chaos. It'll be the Wild West all over again. No law, no order.
I think it's just because I was out and about if it rewarded.
Oh no, that's fine.
I'm physically tired, but I'm mentally awake is the problem. I'm not staying up because like I want to have some sort of weird solidarity thing with you. It's more of the point of like I want to go to sleep, but I know if I lay down, I'm just going to be sitting in the bed staring at the ceiling.
Your body's still trying to adjust to California time.
Well, I'm tired. Like I said, my body is already like, let's go to sleep. My brain is like, hey, this has been a busy, crazy day. We need to like unwind. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm gaming a little bit and talking with you and just trying to get my brain to turn to mush so I can sleep.
Alright. I linked it here. You want me to link it on Skype or you want me to link it on Facebook?
Link it on Facebook. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Alright.
This sounds massively non-committal and I'm sorry about that.
So long as there is light, erasing shadows will do no good. I am Liquid's doppelganger, and you are his. Just like your father.
And no, folks, that isn't your story.
What?
Nothing.
Another thing I've noticed whenever we do these streams is people like to come in like at the very end of the games.
I think it's because some people just maybe never beat it and want to see the ending, or just happen to have like the weirdest luck with that. I'm sure I'd be that way with. Because
I've always noticed whenever I play the games, it's like, I kind of want to go see. Oh wait, there's like why is there like 60
super players?
You never played you never seen the title screen for Super Mario Bros. Japan 2?
No, I actually don't think I have seen the Japanese version of that screen.
It literally says Super Mario Bros. For super players.
Awesome. Yeah, because anyone who can beat that, it basically gets some sort of Medal of Honor. I think there's actually an actual not samurai, class obviously, because that no longer exists in Japan. But I think you get the equivalent of being part of the samurai caste if you can beat Super Mario 2, and more so if you can get World 9 in Super Mario 2. I think you actually are brought into the samurai caste.
Yeah, but it will say there 4 super players, and it was just one. I just ran with it because it's like, hey, that goes well.
I like it. It's very 8-bit. It works with our love of old school games, despite the fact that you're playing a fairly musical game.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep on being newer and newer school as time goes on.
And still, our civilization,
just because release order is gonna do that.
Has thrived on war since the dawn of time.
Yeah, my original idea was to do it chronological order, and then I realized the problem with that is that 5 occurs in the middle of the chronology.
We did the right thing.
A game that has never come out yet.
Yeah, it kind of makes it a little more complicated when you're trying to do it chronologically. Oh man, you've been powering through this.
Yeah, I've been powering through this, and the worst part is just I still got more to go.
Yeah, but only a couple more games. You're almost there.
Well, 2 more games.
Yeah, a couple. You have Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, I was about to say it's actually 1.5 if we think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's one entire game, and then it's half of a game with with Ground Zeroes, and we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, until I get 5, and then
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the weirdness of portable ops and the fact that part of it is contradicted by Peace Walker, and part of it is just remade via Peace Walker.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I think that's the superior game in my opinion. No offense.
It's because they got things working. There's a lot to like about portable ops, but there's a lot that, honestly, if someone said, "Oh, portable ops and Ghost Fable are in the same continuity," which is a whole different alternate universe, and in fact, if someone said Metal Gear Acid and Ghost Fable and portable ops are all their own alternate universe, I'd be like, that is the weirdest / awesomest alternate universe that any franchise could ever have.
Here's a wedding with, god damn, Meryl's shoulders are huge.
Congratulations.
She'd be a linebacker.
Her design seems strangely inconsistent.
Yeah, that's the thing I've noticed now that I'm seeing this and that I played 1.
Mm-hmm.
Even in 1, she was kind of petite in a way, but she could but she wasn't weak. She was small. She was small, but she was strong. Here, she's built like a goddamn tank.
Well, but it's also part of the story that she was going through at this point was very much built around her being kind of a fighter.
Yeah, so it's Jesus Christ, she just what did the nano machine do? Did she give her steroids?
Probably. Look, if you're trying to catch up with Solid Snake, there's going to be some consequences to that.
Oh yeah.
You're.
Jeez, I keep forgetting the small little details on. on Meryl's face when in her gowns. She has like she has like painted on like her makeup that you can see like the makeup painted on.
Oh,
It's very faint. Whoa, that's a very, very, very cool detail.
But now,
The detail in this game in general is really well done.
chance to win me over.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever played the game with the podcast on?
You're right.
No.
We have plenty of
That's a good way. That if you ever want to play the game, but you don't want to play the game, turn on the podcast.
Huh.
Because what ends up happening with the podcast is like it guides you to like little details that you may have missed that the team production team are like, oh, if you do this right here, this happens right there. So if you want to try this out, we'll give you a few minutes to try it out. And we're moving, and if you go right here, we take where you should be is this and this and this. It's really fascinating the kind of details they talk about when they're talking about the design of the game and stuff like that. It really is like a running commentary.
That'd actually be a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind to play through it that way.
I did it once. It's actually like it's a really fun one because it's like you're not like you're kind of like if you play the game with like the self camouflage and stuff like that, like I did, it gives you time to appreciate a little bit what's going on while you're listening to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good. She still has a fucking gun in her side. It's crazy. Sonny finally left the jet. Horrible.
The moment when you realize that the younger version of the soldier character from Wreck-It Ralph is essentially Meryl.
Yeah.
And the older version is Commander Shepard.
Life they will soon share. And pray.
And who the fuck is using a ordained minister?
Everlasting.
Yeah.
That's always the funny part. It's like that guy, like the guy, their guy in their team was actually ordained minister.
Let's all send this new team on their first mission.
You gotta have a day job when you're not killing bug monster things.
Well, that's like well, everything's destroyed now. All our economies, this and that is destroyed. So like, fuck it, I'm gonna become an ordained minister. So that's a natural progression.
Well, it's also the fact that, you know, what they reference in Mass Effect, in Part 1, when you talk to Ashley, there's a sequence you can trigger where Shepard uses the old line, you know, there are no atheists in a foxhole. Which I actually really like that sequence, and plus that, you know, allows me to actually have a Shepard who believes in something and isn't just some atheist with a gun. And no offense to atheists with a gun out there, I fully get the, you know, right to bear arms and do whatever the hell you want to do. But I like the idea that Shepard maybe just kind of believes in something. That, to me, makes my Shepard a bit more than if he was just a dick to people who had religion. But my Shepard's also religiously tolerant, because he doesn't, I don't give Turians crap for their beliefs, nor do I give any other races crap for their beliefs, unless, you know, they're fucking Batarians. I'm racist against Batarians. Batarians are dicks. There's too much story in those games to make you ever feel for the Batarians. I'm like, nope, you guys are dicks. Reapers don't wipe you out, which is the worst part. Like, I feel sorry for the Krogans. And the Turians, I feel no racism towards the Turians, even though they kind of try to paint it that you should. Solarians I have no problem with. The Asari, like, I wish they existed in real life. I could use a nice little Asari threesome one of these days. They're a little flat-chested for my taste, but I still would go for it. Go for a delicious little Asari threesome. I don't care if they're 200 years old. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not an ageist. Especially because the Asari's oldest characters still look freaking hot.
It's like those dragon characters in Fire
Emblem.
They're like
any of the dragons are half dragons. They're just like, I lived for 300 years. Yeah, but you still look like a hot anime girl, so.
Well, you still haven't played Awakening, have you?
No, I don't own Awakening. I never got a The problem is it came out before I had a 3DS.
Yeah.
And then after I got 3DS, it was basically impossible to find. So.
Yeah, because there's a dragon character in the game, and she's a lowly.
Snake.
Yeah.
Not keen on that.
But yeah, it gets weird. It gets really weird.
Well,
it's like because they're like, you're 300 years old, yet you're still like, you know, you're still playing around like you're 5 years old. I'm like, that is fucking creepy. And they let that line in the American version. I'm like, that is, I don't know what to think of that line.
The problem is, it is also my least favorite like hentai archetype because it's done so often in hentai. It's just basically a cliche, which is like the whole like, I'm the youngest looking girl of the entire group. I'm also the oldest. I'm like, right. All those like 20-year-olds who are, you know, 3'6" and look like they're 10-year-old girls. You cannot throw a stone and not run into one of those. Like it's just like an offensive one. It's like, this is our excuse to get a lowly in here because she's totally like over 18. She just looks like a lowly. Like, look, Asian girls are short, yes, but they don't look like children when they're there.
Jack, how are you
feeling? What the fuck?
Do you mind if I sit down?
Yes, the one H archetype I am not fond of. Everything else I generally have no issue with. To which people can totally bend in a weird way. You have no issue with characters being raped. Like, that's not what I said. You have no issues of tentacles. That's not what I said. I said the archetypes. I have no issue with any of the archetypes.
That reminds you, tentacles. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta keep on watching Knights of Sidonia.
Don't shut me out. I need you to listen to me.
Knights of Sidonia?
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar to me?
It's a fairly new anime. It got licensed by Sentai Filmworks, but it's being exclusively on Netflix. It's like there's a reason why I made that joke on Facebook where it's like, one of these days I want to be a space
penis alien.
I want to be a penis alien because there's an alien that they encounter, and it's like she's like she takes like a form of, like she has like this exterior form of like a big robot. But like she has like a probe form which looks like a penis alien. But the thing is, she's so enamored with human life that she's like, oh my god, it's so adorable. She's like a little girl and stuff like that. Like just being like a cute little girl. I'm like, aww. She's like a precious little like penis monster.
I lied. I had a healthy baby boy.
Only an anime, man.
Roy pretended to be my husband.
Or to use the line from Robot Chicken that me and my friends would always quote, anime is weird.
Only until you completed your mission. To shield us from Patriot eyes.
So it's one of two lines from Robot Chicken me and my friends always quote that's anime, that's based around anime. The other one, of course, is temperatures above 32 degrees Fahrenheit, my only weakness.
He sacrificed everything. Even his family. To protect us.
I freaking love A Very Dragon Ball Christmas.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry, Jack. I wanted to tell you.
So he's really...
See, like, I'm watching a part with the epilogue of Raiden's story, and it's like, this is perfect right here. It's him coming to realization. It's like,
aren't you going to say hello?
I'm not a fuck up. I did good. I did good. And my son adores me. I did good. I gotta fight for justice now.
It's one of those things where, you know, I know why they had to put Raiden through this whole redemption story thing in 4 is because there's so many people who dislike him. But when you're someone like me who really liked him in part 2, then like I'm like, what the fuck happened to you, bro? He was cool, man. Why'd you have like a flip out after the stuff in 2? At the ending with Rose, it sounded like you were just kind of learning to accept the bullshit that you went through. And then, nope, he did not accept the bullshit he went through. He had a mental breakdown, got a cyborg ninja suit, and decided to go kill everything. Like, well, that's also an option.
But like I said, with like in this game, you see him do all this stuff, and then like this part right here where he shows him like, I like you, Dad. I idolize you. I'm like, oh God.
Sonny is 10 levels of awesome.
No, his son, John.
Or John, rather. No.
It's like, yeah, he's all like,
yeah, Sonny is the other kid.
He's all like, I
still like
right.
Yeah, yes. John's good.
I did it right.
I'm done running.
And then, and this works for, and like this is a good good way to like establish like, yeah, I'm gonna fight for good just because like I see my son who sees me as a hero. I'm gonna fight for justice now. And he works with Maverick, and he does all these cool things. And well, Revengeance happens, and that's a very cool game too.
I'm gonna fight for justice. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna have a game that has almost no dialogue or plot, and I just run around with a sword killing everything.
Yep.
Because why the fuck not?
The best kind of justice.
By the way, I feel that Revengeance is what would happen if the Asylum made a Metal Gear Solid movie. It would just be Revengeance. You're like, what the fuck does this have to do with Metal Gear? Oh, screw it. It's just Raiden running around with a sword killing everything. I'm in. Asylum presents Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Tactical stealth action? Fuck that noise. We got a ninja. We got like cyborg armor and a sword.
Beauty and the Beast.
You can go stealth in that game. You can, but what the fuck's the point? Let's Dante through this.
Don't say that.
I know I can use Dante as a verb, but you totally can, apparently.
Well, it is a thing now to start doing in video games. So like, there you go. I was saying to someone earlier. It's like, man, I think like once I'm done with all this, I'm just gonna sit down and play Devil May Cry.
I'm going to do my very best.
Like when I'm like, because like I'm kind of not that I'm burnt out on streaming.
Yeah,
it's more like I need like a good 5 days off from doing anything that involves me playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to find my center again, and to do other things, and yeah, it's like one of the things I want to come back to is I kind of want to finish Metal Gear Solid 5, but I also kind of want to play Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't have to press start anymore.
We could do chronological Devil May Cry. It'd be weird because you're gonna play it 3, 1, 4, 2, and go, what the fuck happened to Dante after 4?
Well, I don't own 4, so that's gonna be kind of a stretch unless someone donates it to us. Let me see something. Let's see.
By the way, that's how I know we'll have made it. When we start getting donations.
Has changed.
Well, I have something set up just in case, but I started seeing those numbers rise, and I'm like, this could be something if we use correctly.
But there's one more thing I must do.
Yeah, how do you have so much life? Because my character shouldn't be nerfed, so what the fuck is...
What are you playing?
I'm just playing some Alliance, but, I'm playing Avengers Alliance, but fighting just like a generic hand ninja guy who's... just has like an insane amount of life, and I'm like... what the hell? I'm like, I know I'm not using my higher level characters right now, but even still. Although the one thing that's been a massive disappointment in this game is they've just released a crap ton of new characters, and I have them all, which is great. Except for I don't have Spider-Man Noir yet. It's the only one. And I'm not going to count Blizzard because Blizzard isn't available until September 11th. Yeah, he's just on the board to tease us. But one of the characters I recently got was Hyperion. And it was like, cool, I got my Superman analog here. Dude's
Oh shit. Hyperion.
Yeah, got some Squadron Supreme action going down. He has some really good buffs he can do that essentially give him the bonuses of every character class in the game with none of the negatives. But he hits like a pussy. Like, he's doing crap damage on everything, and I'm like, what the hell? Versus, you know, I have Spider-Girl, and I have Anya Spider-Girl, the black suit chick, who no one ever remembers. But I have Anya Spider-Girl, who just got out of the PvP tournament. She friggin' hits like a tank. And I'm like, it's really weird when Hyperion isn't doing as much damage as freaking Spider-Girl. And I'm like, there's something wrong with that. That really bothers me. The other character that's massively disappointing that was newly released was Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen kind of sucks. And it's
I don't know if to ask about that. How Spider-Gwen? It's like, now that I'm hearing this, like,
she has, the one thing that she has that's kind of a cool advantage is she has if her Spider Sense triggers, it either triggers and she dodges an attack and then immediately counters with webbing, which is nice. Or her other thing is she, if she hits a webbed thing, there's a chance that she'll do a follow-up attack. So she has those cool bonuses there that make up for her lack of damage. But I don't know. She hasn't really. I think what hurts her the most is her character class was poorly chosen. They made her a bruiser class, which makes no sense to me at all. And that's all built about, you know, basically, and Mississippi Hyperion is, but Hyperion makes sense for that class. And the class is very much built on what you need to do is attack a Scrapper class character, which just boosts your stats. And so they're really built around that. But neither Spider-Gwen just doesn't have the health or defense that class normally has. So she's like a fragile version of a character that's not hitting as hard as she should hit. And I'm like, look, guys, you made her the wrong class. She was supposed to be a scrapper or a tactician, not a bruiser.
No need to hold back anymore.
And it's just a really weird class choice, and I think she suffers because of that. Otherwise, she'd be a really good character. If she was a blaster or something, she'd be frickin' great. She's the wrong character class is the problem. Spider-Man 2099 came out, and he's pretty friggin' awesome.
That's good.
He's right now. He's training up, and he'll
those poor slobs are virtually
be ready to go in now.
What I hear is 10% are showing symptoms.
Good. Technically, I can go to bed now because I'm gonna send Spider-Gwen off to do her training. But Hyperion's just been such a fucking disappointment. I'll stick around a little longer because I actually want to use him because I just get to upgrade him right now, and he's fun to use.
I'm not actually an employee of AT Security.
But yeah, I really like his moves. Where the hell's... Where's Gwen? I need to send Gwen off. There you are. Send. Okay, Gwen's training now. The one thing I think it's glitched. I don't think it's how it's supposed to run. But he basically has a move where I don't know how familiar you are with Spider-Man 2099, but he has Layla, his little Cortana, basically. So he has this little Cortana in his gauntlet, and basically he has a move where Cortana shows up and essentially puts mirror images on the party, which means that there is a 50% chance that the next two enemy attacks will miss. So each attack has a 50% chance of that. And it puts weak point on all the enemies, which means you get a guaranteed crit on the opposing, whoever has that status debuff. So basically, if it triggers, you get to... Oh, no, I need to raise your defense. You basically get a high chance of dodging your opponent and a guaranteed crit on your opponents. Here's the thing is, it triggers all the time. It is crazy. It's just every other attack it's triggering, and I'm like, okay, that's probably needs to get patched or something. That's probably not the intended design for how that's supposed to work. But damn does it make him useful, because everyone's just critting like crazy and dodging everything, and I'm like, you know what? You're glitched, and they'll nerf you, but for the time being, this is actually a lot of fun.
Played like a violin.
Skateboarders.
Why?
Melee.
Obviously, Liquid's plot was a threat to the Patriots. So they planned to have you guys take care of it.
That'd be nice, but that doesn't work for you.
Didn't turn out quite how they planned.
Yeah, well.
So what the hell? Where is it?
You to crash their system and wipe
Can't find the right upgrade.
So, does that mean
Is it
you're
aggressive?
out of a job now?
No, offensive fighter's useless because you're not a melee fighter. Because you're freaking Spider-Man.
I got the Drebin.
Where's
my
what you call it? Damn it! I don't have any left. Shit.
We're in business for ourselves.
I know the upgrade I want to equip on him. The upgrade where he removes enemy buffs, but
the White House might have lost its taste for unilateralism, started to rebuild. But there's a lot of failed states out there that went
Spider-Girl is OP. Gwen, I think, has potential. It's just her character class holds her back. Pyrian.
Only question is, who's gonna pick
like,
up the tab?
he's nice because of what he's very... Oh, good, my game just
These
crashed.
new governments will try and keep it under control with PMs
No,
and
it's cool.
corporate
It's
reform laws,
I
but
wanted
it ain't
to
gonna be
crash.
good enough. They all sunk up to their eyeballs in the war.
It's like I knew I was talking shit on it. Spider-Man 2099 is really, really good. And like I said, I don't have a Noir yet because I didn't get him in the previous time to unlock him, and he isn't available for purchase, at least right yet. He will be soon. But I faced him in PvP, and he's actually pretty decent in PvP. So.
The development of this organization rests the only true alternative.
But yeah, they've been releasing all the various Spider-Verse characters because they're gonna do the Chapter 2 of Spider-Verse. So that should be. That's probably coming up this week.
So when can I play as Japanese Spider-Man? That's what I want.
Oh, I wish they'd make that available. No, they could. Well, this way. They found a way to put Hulkbuster into the game when Avengers 2 came out. So you have Tony Stark in his movie armor, and then when you power up enough energy, you basically do this little move, then he flies in the air and then he lands with the Hulkbuster. So technically, you could have Japanese Spider-Man as a standard character build up his energy enough, and then he leaps into the air and then lands with the Spider Robot.
Yeah, they'll plug him.
Which would be amazing. It'd be a smaller version of Spider Robot so it could fit on the game screen. But, hell, they even shortened the height of the Sentinels. So, you know, it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, that would totally work and be freaking awesome. And by the way, if that character was Bruiser class, hells yes, of course it would be. Because you'd have enough, like, padding there to take the hits. And the problem with the Bruiser class in this game is that they've nerfed it over so many times over. I remember back in the day when you took on a Bruiser boss, if you didn't have Blaster class, which is their counter class, you were basically screwed. And in PvP, if you came across Bruiser Hulk, you may as well just give up. Because you are just, unless you have a blaster on your team, and even then, you're probably still gonna have an uphill climb against Bruiser Hulk. Now, if I came across Bruiser Hulk, I would just giggle to myself and go, "Oh, that's cute. You have a Bruiser Hulk." It's no, it's fine. It's good. Like anytime I see anyone who has a Bruiser on their team, I'm like, "No, that's cute. That's good. It's good. It's good. No, you're fine." Yeah. Like, I waited the longest time for Luke Cage to get a Bruiser alternate because Bruisers were so good, and with Cage, he already had such high defense and high health. You throw in those Bruiser bonuses, dudes can be unstoppable. And then they nerfed that class so much that, like, what's the point of putting him as a Bruiser? And I think that's one of the problems with this game is they're trying to keep things balanced, but the balancing is weakening certain classes to the point of why do I even need that? And they've done that with other stuff too that I felt should be better than it is. Like generalists began really good, but at this point are so outclassed. It's like it's nice having no disadvantages, but it, you know, the point I think they were trying to achieve with the generalist is no disadvantages, no advantages. The problem is the no advantages thing just makes them kind of worthless. And they should have at least an advantage of like slightly better stats or something. There should be something that would make them, more worthwhile to use. Really not. I mean, other than Spider-Man Noir is pretty decent. At least what I saw of him in PvP. So, and he's a generalist, which is a really weird character class for him. I would have made him a blaster because he freaking uses guns. And most characters with guns are blasters. Not all. Because, like, Falcon uses guns, but he's not a blaster. He's an infiltrator, which I'm fine with, actually. Especially because they're using movie version Falcon. So I'm like, yeah, that guy would fall. I would see them making him more about speed and about dodging and stuff like that, because that's what he does. I kind of lament the fact they don't have comic version. I want that stupid bright red outfit. But I think if they do Falcon, they'll probably do Captain Falcon version.
Or what? Ultimate Falcon?
No. Well, no, the when he took over as Captain America.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, which my joke for it is always Captain Falcon. In which case, they better change his move list and give him like Falcon Punch. Which they have a lot of referential attacks in this game. Not only the referential to the comics, but stuff that's like jokes. Like, I know one of the flavor text things for Iceman says "Let it go."
Why not?
And like, cause why not? And like one of Spider-Gwen's moves is she makes a giant web wrecking ball and swings on it like a Hannah Montana chick.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, she basically does the Miley Cyrus wrecking ball move. It's just called Bring Down the House. But like in my little online group, the first person, I think it was a race to see who could do that and make came in like a wrecking ball joke.
No need for you to go just yet.
But it's really weird because all of Gwen's moves are all music and band references, and I know that is her day job. It just seems really odd to me because it's not what I think of when I think of Spider-Gwen. I don't think of her as a musician first. So it's weird when she has like, I'll look up her move list in just a second, even though she's training, but whatever, I can still look up her move list. There we go.
Here we go. The next 2-hour cutscene.
So her move list is backbeat rim shots, which is her web shot. Webline stage dive, which actually I love the look for that combo. Bring the house down, which is her wrecking ball move, and then hard rock, which is her. I haven't unlocked it. It's what I'm trying to unlock right now while she's training. And that one, I assume she's gonna like web a big rock and throw it at someone because pun reasons. And that's just this game, nutshell. There's a lot of pun things. Which just, like I said, sometimes it's a little cheesy. But...
200 dots.
Yeah. I really wish Spider-Gwen was a different class. And they're not going to make a new class available for her because usually they make that available with a new costume, and there's only one costume for Spider-Gwen, so it's not. They don't have that option. There is no. Oh, we'll put her in her purple costume. That she in what? She has her white costume. That is all.
It's over.
Unless, like, maybe Secret Wars or something has introduced a new variant for her or something that I'm unaware of. And that is always possible. Maybe there's some... Because I haven't been reading the new Secret Wars because I just have a real life and I just don't have the time to read a crap ton of Marvel comics right now. Hell, I never finished Spider-Verse, and I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I just got so wrapped up in real life that I just didn't get around to finishing it. Hell, I'm really behind on my Star Wars comics too, and I really enjoyed Swords of Sorrow by Dynamite Comics, and I'm super behind on that. I'm just behind on everything. I need to take a day out of the week and say, this is my comic reading day, and I will post some comic reviews.
How can you still be alive? That body.
Wait, I have not.
Liquid burned on the Volta wasn't mine. That was the body of a clone.
Yes, it just puts me in a sad place. There's characters I was looking forward to, and they just are not performing up to the standard I want them to perform to. And Hyperion's a big one for me because I like Squadron Supreme, and I'd love to see the entire team show up. But not if they're going to be like stupidly nerfed.
Came after him, were convinced that Solidus was me.
It just feels like a weird choice to me to just nerf.
Kept in a state of eternal sleep. JD and the proxy AI.
But they could give him his ultimate costume. You know what the weird thing is in this game? I don't think anyone has an ultimate costume in this game.
Completely. Not only my physical,
except for Ultimate Spider-Man, but that doesn't count because his default is Ultimate Spider-Man.
The technology was similar to
there's not really much difference between Ultimate and regular Spider-Man other than
no, it's Miles, so he has like the black.
Oh, all right. Now you clarify it. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You should have said Miles Morales.
So we could give him his like sting ability and stuff like that, and his little electro blast thingy he can do. And personally, I really like Miles anyway, so I'm like, I have no problem with this.
Right before you uploaded the virus.
And he's pretty decent, actually. I actually really like him. The only problem is I feel his moves aren't... The problem with a lot of the Spider characters is a lot of their moves aren't differentiated enough from Spider-Man Classic. And I feel that they could have done... I mean, certain characters, yeah, it's difficult. Like Miles has some differentiation because of his electrical kind of things. Superior has his like little back tentacle thingies. Actually, I really like Superior in this game. They made him as good as he should be. But it's just one of those things where, you know, every Spider character has their shoot web shots. Every Spider character has their swing and hit an enemy move. And I'm just like, there's more you could do with that. So I'll give them points when they, you know, like Spider-Girl having a lot of differentiation in the moves she has.
He used hypnotic
I actually really like that.
to turn himself into Liquid's mental
Yeah, of course, I failed on my attack.
For all our advances in nanotechnology,
But the rate they're like throwing characters at us, it definitely makes me think that the game is going to be closing out soon, because it feels like let's try to get the players to drop as much money as they can, you know, right now, because we're like running out of, you know, the problem is, if as much as there is in this game, there's no, it's so intimidating for a newbie. If I was just new looking in this and I looked at how much content there was, one, I'd be like, oh wow, that's a lot of stuff for me to do. On the other hand, I'd also be like, holy crap, how many like years of my life am I gonna have to dedicate just to catch up? Because I've been playing since almost the beginning of this game's release, and I look at some of the stuff and I'm like, man, it would take forever to do a lot of this stuff. Especially because, you know, the only special they do the special ops, right? Which are these hard missions, and if you complete every task, you get unlock a special character. Otherwise, you're dropping a crap ton of resources to try to get that character. Otherwise, the only one I missed because I couldn't complete the task was Mockingbird. So eventually I had to buy Mockingbird. Totally worth it because she's pretty freaking awesome. But let's say you came in at this point, there's been like 26 special ops. So hope you enjoy collecting 26 times 200, 550, 5,200 coins in order to freaking buy all those characters. Holy crap, it's a lot of grinding. You know, and I'm like, there's anyone who puts that math together in their head would instantly be kind of turned off from playing this. And I think the reason they're introducing all these characters and trying to get this is because like, well, we only have our veteran players at this point, so we got to get them like get as much Skrilla out of them as we can, because otherwise this game is not going to become profitable anymore.
Yeah, I've noticed. Like, I tried going back to it a little bit when Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy stuff started dropping.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. But
yeah, so level increased a little bit.
Yeah, also I was playing a little bit of that while I was playing it on just to see if I can unlock Star-Lord, see if I can continue playing for that. But man, the amount of time that's needed for someone like me at my level to do it would have just not been worth it for me, and I should have not even bothered.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to turn on the game again to see if I can get stuff for Ant-Man the movie, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna even bother.
The event's already over. The weapon set was actually really good. Ant-Man himself is mixed. He has some interesting moves, and unfortunately, like, the only problem was with his event, it was all robots except for when you had to take on Yellow Jacket and stuff. And one of his best moves is if you can intimidate an opponent, he gets a follow-up attack on any intimidated opponent. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, if you pull off the intimidation, congratulations, you're basically going to kill this guy. You know, because the follow-up attack does a lot of damage. But when they're robots, they can't have mental debuffs, and that's considered a mental debuff because you're intimidating someone. A robot has no fear. Or excuse me, it's not a mental effect. It's a fear effect, and robots don't have mental or fear effects. And intimidation obviously is a fear effect. So I'm like, when I'm playing through the event trying to level him up, I'm like, man, you kind of suck, dude. It's kind of sad. I mean, not like I have a huge love for the character, but I'd like you to be better than this. And then I use him in like the main game, and I'm just like, boom, dead, boom, dead. I'm like, oh, freaking, you're really good as long as you're not fighting robots. And there's a couple other characters I put in that category where I'm like, yeah, if I'm fighting robots, you just kind of suck. Wolverine's that way. You go up against Sentinels or robots with Wolverine, why the fuck would you do that? All his strength comes from bleeding them and exploiting the bleeds. Robots don't bleed, because they're fucking robots.
He doesn't even realize it. He's completely unaware of the fact.
So it's definitely in that category where I'm sitting there going, you know,
even with so much bad blood between us,
great character, shitty event to use him in.
I'm actually face to face with him again.
Because some of the characters, some of the events have been kind of suck. I mean, the same thing of Spider-Verse. You're fighting a bunch of robots, and granted, there's nothing that the spider characters do that robots are immune to. It's just when you do Spider-Verse and you're fighting robots, then you do Age of Ultron and you're fighting robots, and then you do Ant-Man and you're fighting robots. Or maybe I think it was Ant-Man, Spider-Verse. No, excuse me. It was Ultron fighting robots, Spider-Verse 1 fighting robots, Ant-Man fighting robots. Like, guys, anything other than freaking robots. I'm getting tired of it. And I get it, you know, Ant-Man, you can't really make a bunch of generic villains that would really work for that movie, but come on, robots? Really? And especially with that one, they threw in, just as a change-up, in the last level you have to take on the life model decoys of various Avenger characters, which they put in for humor's sake, because basically when you fight them, they're all designed to talk about how awesome Hank Pym is. So it's like you'll fight Iron Man, and it's just like, it's like, you are facing me, the Iron Man. I was created by the ultimate genius of them all, Hank Pym, a man you will never compare to. And I'm like, and just having it has regular Tony in the game is like, Hank, we need to have a talk. He's like, oh, well, you see, my psychologist said that if I have positive reinforcement around me, then I won't be so, bothered by, and he's just like, I don't care what your psychologist said. You do not make anything of me ever saying how smart you are, you fucking idiot. Except for, obviously I don't say fucking in the game.
Yeah.
But it was a bit, generally the premise of it is Tony Stark's just pissed off that there's a mechanical version of himself talking about how great Pym is. And I'm like, yeah.
Even the mighty patriots.
But it's just one of those ones where I'm like, well, the only things that didn't have robots were the freaking boss fights, and I'm like, guys, you could be more creative. Oh, excuse me, Age of Ultron wasn't entirely made up of robots, because the first mission was fighting Hydra. So at least mission 1 gave you some differentiation, but it gets boring fighting the same generic baddies over and over again.
Help turn 0 into 100.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's the game I think at this point because of how long it's been going. It's like,
but for that reason,
only the hardcore are up to the challenge.
To send 0.
Mm-hmm. And it's it's just gonna be an issue for this game as it continues because it's too intimidating for new players. And the only way they could really do that is to either find new methodologies for giving either people who've been away for a while or people who are newbies either more free characters or just in general reduce the price of some of the characters. Because, like, yeah, you're around for the Guardian stuff, and the Guardians are pretty damn good characters. I actually like the team. They did a really good job with them. Star-Lord is easily my favorite because he has two freaking amazing bonuses. One is 15% of a plan, which gives a random character a morale boost, or a character who gets attacked or just finishes an attack. They have a chance to have 15% of a plan trigger, which gives a morale boost, generally useful, and it gives them a free turn. So they get a free turn of improved stats. And I'm like, that's freaking awesome.
0 planted in you.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
If they found a way to, like I said, use the price of it great.
Yeah. I mean, freaking Groot they did a great job with. Rocket's a hell of a lot of fun to play as, and kind of a beast in PvP when used right when the AI decides to use him properly.
Everything.
Like, dude became one of my most feared PvP people because she has a one-hit kill move. Well, it's one-hit kill if your life's low enough, because she has her assassinate move, because, assassin. So they made these characters really diverse and really good. But I'm like, yeah, but if you're just jumping in right now and you haven't played before, or you haven't played in a long time, you're going to look at the cost of those characters and you're going to be like, oh, what the fuck? There's no way I could ever get the Guardians. It's just going to take me, super dedicated grinding just to get these characters, and that sucks. Not only that, but I think the alternate costumes were just a limited time thing, so I don't even think you could get the alternate costumes at this point. So you couldn't get their movie variants that give them all really good bonuses.
I was to say, it's like sometimes like I want the movie stuff. I want all the movie characters, and like they're already kind of like they're such a limited quality, or they're like they cost so much that you need it to the point where it's like infeasible to actually do it.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, yeah.
There's one more thing.
Just,
Naomi wanted
I'm like, that's why they're dumping things right now. I'm fairly certain that if this game can last, I don't think this game can last another year.
in your body.
And just because even the veteran players at this point have so many resources that there's nothing they can really throw at us to make us go, oh man, I'll never be able to afford that. I'm like, oh good, I actually get something to spend my resources on. I have too many as it is.
It is preventing the old mutated fox die from reproducing.
Oh shit. That's not who I needed to attack.
The new fox die is uprooting the old.
I've had some bad luck in this boss fight.
Naomi confirmed it in her follow-up.
Holy shit.
The mutants.
Oh! Oh, I know why.
Before long,
I know why. Well, if I can survive long enough, I can prevent this from being as big of a problem.
Does that mean
if I can survive?
strain won't cause an epidemic?
I mean, one of the heroic battles, which are these special missions, and it's Venom and Anti-Venom versus Carnage, Scream, and Green Goblin. And Green Goblin basically spends his entire time buffing both the symbiotes. And I killed Carnage finally, which was nice, but Scream just keeps stunning my team. But my characters have regeneration, and she doesn't do enough damage. Oh, she finally killed Venom. But the question is, can you defeat Anti-Venom?
Is this Venom or Agent Venom?
Agent Venom.
Ooh.
Am I going to die?
So he just killed him off after like rounds of them being just stunned over and over again, and just slowly Tink damaging him to death, and now Tink damaging Anti-Venom to death. But I'm like, Anti-Venom has an ability that cleanses all their buffs, and that's what I've been needing to do, but I don't have a free turn to do so. So Scream right now gets like oh, she just killed me, but she was up to like 8 attacks in a row or something like that. I was like, yeah, Tink damage doesn't mean much until you can do 8 attacks in a row, in which case it doesn't matter if you're only doing 300 damage per attack. It's gonna freaking add up.
Never thought of you.
But it's the only way to get some unique upgrades for those characters. So I'll try it again, this time. Hoping that everything doesn't go to hell. But I hate the fact that it's very luck-based. Although I thought I had an upgrade on Anti-Venom that made him immune to stuns. Apparently not. What are the upgrades I have on you? Oh, heavy blows and defensive fighter. Oh, fuck that noise. Make you relentless. Heavy blows is not that useful for you.
Ever since the day I killed the boss with my own hands, I was already dead.
I should be asleep right now, but now I have my... Oh, right, I could give you that upgrade too, couldn't I? So immune to cornered, drains health and stamina from attackers attacked by non-psychic melee. Immune to neutralize. That actually, let's try a completely different combination for you. Let's see what we can do here. Let's give you your elite upgrade. Let's have defensive fighter. Now let's give you relentless.
Sorry, I'm just saying, like, as much as I give shit about how long these cutscenes are, I will admit that this ending with Big Boss kind of gets to me a lot of times.
Yeah. Well, I think someone, the first person ever showed it to me. Yeah, so I've actually seen that part of the ending without actually seeing the road to there. It's one of those ones where he posted just the image of it. It's like, not a dry eye in the house. And I'm like, and I think my response was, thanks for the spoiler.
Yeah, but it's the context of those things he's saying that's just like, okay. There's a reason why that meme exists, why that person posted that picture like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes of talking, but it's a definitive end. And it's just like, yeah.
It's almost time.
I'm shedding a tear here.
Man, tears.
Dies out, and at last, those old evils
I'm hiccuping.
be gone.
Not quite as manly as man tears.
The source of evil returns to zero. A new one. A new future.
Oh, did you see that the humble bundle this week has deadly premonition?
Oh no, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
Is yours.
Yeah.
And they also have one for Star Wars audiobooks.
Yeah, I saw that one and I was like, oh, thanks, man. So heads up on that. I've been so disconnected that I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I thought you'd be the first to know, but I knew you were like, oh, you're in transit right now, so here.
Yeah.
Because I knew you were in transit, same with Miguel, so it was like, well, time for me to like, you know, do all the heavy lifting for everyone. So I was like, so I've been doing these streams, and then I've been, you know, doing other things. I actually did give away a copy of Deadly Premonition on the stream.
Oh, cool.
Because I was like, hey, I already got this game. This game deserves more love from people. So
it really does.
So I was like, you know what? Yeah, whoever wins it, wins it.
We fought to free ourselves from nations and
systems. This is kind of amusing for new upgrades I've given to Anti-Venom. Even Carnage is doing like tink damage to him now, and every time Carnage hits him, he regenerates like 1,000 some health. So he's just draining Carnage's health while every time Carnage gets an extra attack, and I'm like, okay, this is freaking hilarious to me.
May have chosen different paths.
Because it's kind of what would happen if Carnage took on Anti-Venom. He'd just be clawing away at him and achieving nothing.
It's a war of attrition.
Yeah. Yeah, and because of these upgrades, and now Scream is doing almost no damage, and he's just regenerating health every time he's attacked. Or he technically drains health from them every time they're attacking him, and I'm just finding it hilarious.
Freedom to be outside.
I don't know what his upgrade is, but I think I may have to just keep the elite Bruiser Elite upgrade on him, just because to me it's way too much fun watching people trying to tink damage this guy and getting torn apart in the process.
You are no longer a prisoner of fate.
Oh, that's odd. Well, whatever. Oh, there you go. Buff whoever you want. They're just going to hit just going to do tink damage to my guy. I mean, Agent Venom's still going to have a little bit of trouble here, but... Oh, there he goes. Agent Venom just killed Carnage. Because he went Berserker and he did his heavy attack. Oh, man, and there goes Scream. Easy peasy takedown. Now let's deal with Green Goblin now that he actually has to go into attack mode instead of buffing everyone mode. I'm kicking your ass! Yes, because for those who care about the story in this version, Green Goblin basically has found a way to kind of control some of the symbiotes, which technically makes him one of the most deadly Spider-Man villains. He's also trying to take over the Hellfire Club. Because...
Why not?
Because why not? So he's one of the big bads in the story, but he's still Green Goblin, so when you're fighting him, you know, he's still just freaking on his glider chucking like pumpkin bombs that don't do all that much damage. So they put a lot of different status elements on you, but it's just there's nothing about him that feels particularly threatening. Which kind of has always been my point for Green Goblin. Green Goblin's greatest threat to Spider-Man wasn't the fact that like he was particularly strong or anything, it's just that he knew who Spider-Man was. So he could just target people in his family and stuff. And kill Gwen Stacy. Yeah, I am liking... Yeah, this fight became a lot easier if those upgrades. I didn't get any of the new bonus upgrades. So the new bonus ones do. So for Agent Venom, the upgrade in this is Squad Leader. Combat awareness is given to all allies at the beginning of each turn. Combat awareness guarantees everyone one counterattack. Every turn, everyone gets at least one counterattack. That's a pretty badass upgrade. The Anti-Venom upgrade is chance to avoid incoming attacks. Oh, there you go. just an auto dodge. an auto dodge chance. That's not bad. Probably not as good as the combination I have on him right now, but not bad. And I stayed up to midnight even though I didn't mean to, because I've been rambling about this game and talking with you, but that's fine.
Yeah, right now I usually tapped out with things to talk about even like on stream, but that's fine. The game's already over anyways. The final credits are starting to roll, which is good. I kind of estimated I'd spend 3 hours on the game, so it's like that's fine.
I'm basically in sleep mode. I should be in bed right now.
Alrighty then. So yeah, I'm gonna continue tomorrow if you want to stop by as well.
Yeah, just I'll see. I have some other stuff I need to take care of, but I have other like site type businesses.
Alrighty, well,
get your and other people's opinions on eventually. Just not right now. I'm too tired.
Alright. Well, I'll see you later then. You take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Snake, wait up. You forgot these.
No thanks. I'm quitting.
Snake?
These things will kill you.
Where will you go? Our fight is finished. There's nothing left for us to do.
No. There's one thing I still have to do. I have to see this age off. See what the future brings.
Sounds good to me. I'll go with you.
Otacon, I'm gonna be dead soon. You don't have to come.
You said it yourself, Snake. There's nothing inside you can pass on to the next generation. No genes, no memes. You're man-made. You're a beast.
I know. A blue rose. There won't be any happy Beauty and the Beast ending for me. What little time I have left will be spent living as a beast. A shadow of the inside. Of the old age.
Exactly. That's why you need me. As a witness.
A witness?
Yeah. Someone on the outside to bear witness to your final days. Someone to pass on your story. Not that I'm the only witness. But I'll remember everything you were. And stick with you to the end.
Otacon.
Besides, you wouldn't let me suffer Sonny's eggs alone, would you?
Come quick! They're ready! They look yummy! Sort of like the sun. It's rising again.